so receiving the trophy.
Gains on the first one.
£25,000.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
Stars must have lined up tonight. I'd rather be lucky than good.
I cannot believe it. To be honest, I cannot believe it. The words cannot describe this moment.
I still had something to give to this game. I'm not finished yet. This is what it's all about.
That shot wins week 6. And at long last, John O'Shea.
And he finally gets
And the winner of the Modus Super Series
over the line, Jeff Smith.
Week 1.
Look at this.
James on the third leg.
He's chosen double 16. And he can do what Taylor couldn't.
Vandervelde.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
It's Thursday night here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, which of course means Group B is about to get underway as the last of the Series 11 Champions Week participants take to the stage at the Super Series. Good evening, welcome along to tonight's Tungsten action. We've seen some fabulous stuff on this Champions Week. Graham Usher winning Group A yesterday and booking his place at Champions Night. And from this group, 3 more players will join him. Matthew Edgar has been here all week. This afternoon we saw the start of Group C and we saw some surprising performances, didn't we? Both good and bad.
Yeah, some surprise, some not surprised. I think the non-surprise would be how the league table shaped up overnight, where just a couple of points separating 4 players. But I think the big surprise today was probably Andy Hamilton. What a great performance that was for Andy Hamilton. Currently sitting top of the table, a couple of points clear of the cut-off where Shane McGurk and Danny Van Drijper sat. But Andy Hamilton was probably someone who came into Champions Week with not a lot of fanfare. Not a lot of people was drawn to Andy Hamilton as being a real contender, but I guarantee those that watch Andy Hamilton play today will be. He kicked off in perfect style and then just continued all the way through. Did lose the last game, which I think he'll be a little bit disappointed with. Sometimes how the games fall matters. Winning your first 4 and you're losing your last, you leave here a little bit more disappointed than if you'd have won your last 4 matches. But in reflection, he'll be delighted to be top of the table. And I've got to say, rightly so as well. He played exceptional.
Yeah, level with Jimmy Van Ski, as we just saw, both on 8 points. Now, he would have been bitterly disappointed to have fallen into Group C after a really promising position he found himself in Group A. But he's bounced back well today, hasn't he?
Not just the position he found himself in Group A, but the fact that he's here as a serial winner, not just here at the Super Series, but also on the WDF circuit. He's had good times on the Pro Tour recently as well. He expects to be in the top 50% of a Group A, regardless of what week it is. So he'll be disappointed to have been in a Group C. But he put that aside really well and did acquit himself very, very good today. He got stronger as it went, and I really do expect to see him on Saturday night.
So, Group C parked at its halfway stage and Group B about to get underway. Let's have a look at the 5 throwers in action this evening. Jurjen Vandervelde has been quietly going about his business this week, finishing 2nd in Group A. If he can repeat the feat in Group B, he'll be into his first Champions Night. Derek Coulson has the highest average of the week so far. The Welshman will be looking for an incredible 4th consecutive Champions Night appearance. The Joker, John O'Shea, won back in Week 3, a semi-finalist in Series 6, who'll be looking to better that in Series 11. Adam Gavlas made his Super Series debut in Series 11, where he qualified through Group B to take the Week 6 title. Will he repeat the feat in Champions Week? Jeff Smith was the first weekly winner of the series back in May. He's been waiting 3 months for this moment. How will the Canadian fare in Group B? Yeah, those are 5 players in action in the group, and these are the stats. Now, these are from their last 20 Super Series matches, so for some of those players, that would include Group A this week. For all of them, it would include some of their winning week in qualifying. What do you note from there, other than Derek Coulson seems to be a little bit ahead of the rest?
I think the real story here is the other 4 players are all separated by about a point in the averages, but there's significant separation in regards to the checkout percentages, which tells me here we're going to have the story of players that score a little bit better against players that finish a little bit better, which means tonight is going to be very, very important when we look at those combinations. And I don't mean combination checkouts of 120s, 130s. I mean those key ones, 67, 72. Those shots are if you don't get a treble, you're going to get 1 dart at a double. And that tells us that Vandervelde and Jeff Smith are the more likely to take those out. But it also tells us that Gavlas and John O'Shea should get more opportunities. So I think that's going to be a really interesting dynamic. But I think the stats tell us what we're all thinking here, that Derek Coulson's just maybe on a different level at the moment to the rest of the field.
Yeah, let's talk about Derek a little bit, because he had a kind of slow start in Group A. But he never really played badly, did he? And we started to see the results fall into place yesterday.
They really did. And Derek Coulson's not one of these players who will analyse things in a sense of, I should have done more, I should have got more, I've played better, I haven't had my rewards, that he won't be sulking. Derek Coulson is very much like, this is me, this is my performance, it's very, very good, at times I'll excel. But I'm going to be here around this 90 to 93 mark, and if you want to beat me, you have to beat me. He never really loses, Derek Coulson. He gets beaten. And to beat him, you've got to play very, very well. And he'll be aware of the quality that's in this group. He's very well aware. He's watched darts a long time. Big darts fan. So he knows the quality and the reputations of everyone in here. But it's so good, isn't it, when Derek Coulson's at the top and actually he's been shot at.
One man that possesses undoubted quality is Jeff Smith. He won week 1, actually. He's had a long wait to come to Champions Week. He's going to get his campaign underway tonight. What are you expecting from him?
Well, when we look at those sort of players who are very, very good in their approach, I mean, Jeff Smith travels over here a long way from Canada to take part. So preparation is key. We saw Andy Hamilton this afternoon have a long time to get ready. He used it well. We saw Scott Taylor not use it so well in the results. When you come to Champions Week, you need to be peaking in performance. You need to be preparing and building towards something. You always want something big on the horizon. This gives players that opportunity. £25,000 and a space in the ADC Global Championship worth 60. It's worth getting ready for and building for. I guarantee Jeff Smith, like Andy Hamilton this afternoon, will be primed and ready for peak performance.
Right, let's have a look then and see what the odds compilers think. They kind of agree with that analysis on those top 2 players. Coulson, the favourite, 15-8. Jeff Smith, 11-4. Can't separate Gavlas and O'Shea. And Vandervelde, the outsider, at 5-1.
I think that's just a case of someone had to be. You had to make someone the outsider. I think 5-1's a big price, which represents value. So if you think Vandervelde's going to get through, you've got that great opportunity there. But I think Derek Coulson's also value at 15-8. I do expect him to do well in here. I fully expect him to get through. And I think if we're looking at someone to win the group, I think 15-8, nearly 2-1, that's a great shout.
Coulson, and who else? Who do you think is going to be going with him and being on that stage on Saturday night?
Well, Jeff Smith was someone I highlighted the second he lost his tour card as someone who I think would really do well at the Super Series, and I said would win a series somewhere. This is maybe took a little bit longer than I expected, but I do expect him to be there Saturday night battling for that trophy, and then take your pick for that third final spot.
If you are going to have a bet, please gamble responsibly. It's 18+, gambleaware.org. And the countdown to Champions Night is well and truly on. The opening match of this evening is going to feature Derek Coulson, who's going to be hoping to be there for a 4th successive series. He is going to take on John O'Shea in the curtain raiser in Group B tonight. But the clock is ticking down. And it is time to get the action underway. The final 3 players to participate in Champions Week will be on that stage tonight, and John O'Shea is one of them. Jeff Smith and Adam Gavlas waiting in the practice room. Derek Coulson's been here all week, and it's been something of a story. Many thought that he would storm through Group A. Performances really did live up to expectations, but results did not. Finds himself in Group B, though, after a fantastic campaign yesterday, and still very much one of the men to beat. But John O'Shea, well, he'll be hoping to have a corker tonight. Did reach the semi-finals in Series 6, hoping to go further. Derek Coulson, though, the great find, the man from Market Drayton, has made it to the semi-finals twice. It's Series 11 going to belong to DC. We'll find out over the next, 3 nights, I suppose. And guiding you through the action in this opening match, it is the Dutch destroyer Vincent Vandervelde alongside the asset Paul Nicholson. Evening, chaps.
Evening, Murph, and very happy to be here. And we have Eddie Mason on hand as our official on the stage. He's got the best view, and he will be the sheriff for all of the players over the course of 10 evening matches, as some people continue their charge to Champions Night, and some people just start. As for John O'Shea, the man nicknamed the Joker, of course, he's got it on the shirt sometimes, he's got it tattooed on his body.
78.
Why so serious? Well, finally we can answer that question, because things are serious this week, because there's a lot of money and a title on the line. John O'Shea has been given Derek Coulson in his
41.
first game, Vincent. This is not an easy start for him.
No, but what do you expect? It's Champions Week, so all the players have proved that they are
40.
able to win a week. So all good players. It's good to watch.
Do wonder what kind of performance level we're going to get from Derek, because he was really good on Monday. He was really good on Wednesday.
40.
Dropped off a little bit on Tuesday and really suffered with his confidence. But is the biggest lesson that we've learned about Derek this week the fact
82.
that he's able to bounce back from a bad day?
That's probably his biggest win, is that he knows that one bad day doesn't affect him the next day. So that's very good for him. And
100.
The Tuesday was really, really poor for his standard. He missed a lot of doubles. You saw his frustration. By the other 2 days, you didn't see anything of him. He was very, very consistent.
89.
Solid start here from both. But Coulson has already stolen the throw. He doesn't like that, because with that neutral angle of entry, he can easily hit that flight and his dart could land on the floor. But he's got to stay on the 20s here.
60.
What he's done there is just say, right, I'll score 60 and I'll see if I can take out the big shot.
Yeah, it's a choice, of course. I'm not a fan of that. If it's in the way, try to use
Derek
the bull or anything with your last
160.
dart to leave a finish. But now you're giving away a total throw.
Seems to me like there's a bit of adrenaline going through the arm of Coulson.
45.
A lot of darts
John
in the last few
requires
visits have been
72.
high of target. As a consequence of that, John O'Shea, who
32.
has made a choice there that was questionable,
Derek
did not get a
requires
dart at double, and he might be closed
115.
out.
That was weird. He should have moved when he wanted to hit that second 20. And now he bounced out. Can he punish him?
This is looking good.
95.
Didn't have the end product.
John
So
requires
John
40.
does have tops. He was trying to leave 32.
Game John,
Well,
the first
all's
leg.
well that ends well.
John O'Shea.
Two senior players here.
Second leg. Derek
50 years
to
of
throw
age
first.
versus
Game on.
57. Not the oldest player here this week, because Andy Hamilton at the age of 58. But age is just a number, because Andy was sublime this afternoon at times.
100.
Yeah, he was really good. He surprised me, but in a good way. You saw a glimpse of the old Andy Hamilton, who came to the World Championship finals.
100.
Good to see.
And if Andy makes Saturday night, I'll make a promise for everybody watching live on Pluto TV. It's that you will not hear that roar that is synonymous with Andy until he wins a game on Saturday night.
57.
One thing he's done really well, which I think these two players also do, is they manage their energy levels and their emotions. Because,
45.
let's face it, they are a little bit older and they have to manage themselves perfectly to have the energy to get through these campaigns.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when I first started to play the PDC tournaments, you have so much more energy. You're in your 20s and you feel like you can go on the whole week. And once you get older, then your energy level drops, and then you have to realize that you cannot bounce off that stage and run around.
121.
You have to manage your energy level.
You just look at someone like Josh Rock at the minute, who does everything fast.
Yeah,
plays fast, walks fast.
He walks so fast. Sometimes he has to take a break, or else he's hitting the board with his face. It's unbelievable how quick he is. But probably in 10, 15 years, he will not do that anymore.
43.
No, he won't. We do have some very deliberate players here this evening. Derek, I suppose, is one of them. Gavlas, another. But you are going to see a bit of fast firing from Jeff Smith, the silencer.
140.
But I suppose Jurjen Vandervelde is a little bit in the middle, pace-wise. Not slow, not quick.
No, exactly.
56.
You see, John O'Shea
Derek
is a quick player,
50.
but he walks a little bit slower. I think he has the right balance in that, because if you're not a slow player, don't become a slow player, because then you think too much during the throw.
Does Derek find double 8?
42.
This is not a good sign.
John requires 100.
He's had 3 darts at a double and hasn't hit any. He could have been 2-0 up. He can still equalise.
43.
No pressure on.
Derek requires 8.
So a double 4 for a 7-visit leg. Just a few early Group B nerves potentially.
4.
This is what was happening on Tuesday.
Yeah, this is not a good start.
93.
But O'Shea should punish him now.
It's a single, John.
Yes.
Well, he decided not to go for double 19 or double 17.
Derek requires 4.
He didn't really get close to the 42 either. And Coulson is still on double 2. That'll calm him down a little bit, but he will not be happy with how he played in that leg.
Plus, O'Shea will not be happy as well. He should have been much closer when he missed
Third
that
leg,
doubles.
John to throw first.
Should have punished him.
Game on.
So they both feel they're not in the game yet.
60.
When we get to October this year, it will be 6 years since John O'Shea became World Master at the Circus Tavern. How was that 6 years ago?
57.
It doesn't seem like 2 years ago that he went completely combustible at the tavern, beating Scott Waits in the final.
140.
I like his ring. What the beep is that? What he has on his finger?
He's got all the tattoos. He is heavily invested.
He got a green ring.
In this Joker thing, isn't he? He's got the shirt. He's very much a big fan of the Dark Knight Joker.
96.
That is a ring, isn't it? I don't know if he stole that from Jack Sparrow. That might just be the best piece of jewellery in this sport. Sorry, Bobby George.
Yeah, he will fall off his couch right about now. When you
57.
Yeah, everybody's got their own individuality in this sport, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't mean that we all have to
85.
like what you wear, but it's their individualism.
and gives us something to talk about.
Absolutely.
Coulson is not playing well at all in this leg. He's around a 70 average. That is not how we know him.
We've said on many occasions
57.
that he's the most dependable player that comes
John
here.
requires 120.
This is an easy 30% reduction in output. It's tops for John. Just making sure his foot's behind the hockey.
80.
Overshoots it, but he will be back. That's, I would guess, a professional miss there. If he was going to miss tops, he wanted to miss it high.
Yeah, it was just a good shot. Don't mind if you miss it. You got plenty of time. A minimum of 3 dots, but probably 6 or 9. So
83.
Should put this.
John
this
requires 40.
That's a bad dart. He can fix it, and does.
Game shot on the third leg.
No problem whatsoever.
John O'Shea.
Nice bounce back there from John. Just want to ask you a question, Vincent, about 273 left.
To throw first.
When you get treble
Game
20
on.
first, should the play then be to go to the bull or the 18s with the second dart, because you want to try and get 103 or more?
171.
That's a good one. I think it depends on how the dart is in the board. If it's high in the treble 20 and you can use it easily, then you go further with that. But or else, I think you should always go for the bull to leave a finish.
Now Coulson's left 330 after 3. That's his best visit, scoring-wise, of this match.
100.
Maybe he's starting to steady the ship. If this group is going to be anything like Group C from this afternoon,
68.
Just hang on tight. Because we have basically nothing between the top 4.
The difference is with this group is that 3 out of the 5 players are going through. So I think it's mentally a different game than Group C when you have 6 players and only 2 players are going through. So I think they look at it differently.
46.
Most of the time in a group there's one player who's completely off. So you only have to beat one extra player then to be through to finals night.
134.
This is much better from Derek.
How many points is normally enough in Group B?
That's a really good question. If we look at some of the things that have happened in the past,
96. Derek requires
we can give you a bit of
36.
insight into what could be good enough. Let's see if Derek takes double 18. He's just made it look a little bit smaller.
No score.
Well, his percentage on doubles in this game is 10%.
The good thing is he got plenty of time.
60.
He still got 6 darts for
Derek
36.
requires 36.
So no harm done, but it's not for your confidence. It's not good.
I don't think he's had much joy on double 18 this week.
You should go full for it now. Yeah, good shot. I mean, he's missed. I know that, but better that than going outside and then inside.
Just do what Luke Littler used to do when he was winning here. Go 16 double 10.
Yeah.
98.
I always
Derek
say to every
requires
player, don't go to
36.
double 18 if you're far ahead. Because it's always difficult one if you hit inside. You're staying on that 18. You want to go for it, and then you have to split it, and there's too much things going on in your head. Go to tops or double 16.
This is visit number 3.
No
and
score.
it's still not there. He's had his best scoring
John
leg
requires
of this
76.
contest. But he's missed 3 visits at 36. Oh, look what John's just done. That would have been the ultimate irony if he'd hit it first.
Derek requires 36.
He wanted to show him where the double is.
I think he did that on purpose, you know. Trying to play the psychological game.
I hope so that he did it on purpose.
Oh, he's got
on the
it.
4th flag.
That's not going to make Coulson feel very happy. He'll just feel relieved. Now, to answer your question about
Fifth
what
flag,
is normally
John
good
to
enough
throw
in Group B,
first. Game on.
the record for the best total of points in Group B in a Champions Week. No shock.
31.
It belongs to Luke Littler. 14 points, which is 7 wins out of 8. Excellent effort.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And a leg difference of plus 18. Now, on one other occasion, someone has
31.
got 14 points. That was Daryl Pilgrim in the next series. But as for people getting through, in Series 4 and in Series 5, we had Colin Osborne and Marino Michaels, who would subsequently make the final, both of them. They qualified with 6 points.
140.
6 points, yeah. Out of 8 matches.
Just looking through
100.
the 10 previous series, though, looking at the third place that gets you through, most of the time, it's a minimum of 8 points. Win 50% of your games with a healthy leg difference, you've got a fighting chance.
100.
Yeah, you're normally through then, okay. And that's, at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters.
60.
You don't have to be the top of the group, you just have to be in the top 3. Because Saturday night, that's the moment you play your best darts.
Absolutely. Well, that really is fascinating what Coulson's just done. 130,
58.
he goes 19s. He's obviously looking at 2 trebles for double 8. It hasn't worked. I think he's just trying to change things up a bit to find something that does work.
Derek requires 72.
So what does he do with this one?
He goes for tops this time.
Game shot in the
And
fifth
finds it with his first dart. That will give him a good feeling now. That he's playing so bad. He knows he's not in the best shape, but still 3-2 ahead with a break.
First. Game on.
He hopes now to give one good leg and just get the win under your belt.
I think right now, Coulson is very fortunate that he's playing a John O'Shea that is not at the races. Because if he'd played someone like Andy Hamilton from his first game, he would have been squashed by now.
Yeah, exactly. That's sometimes you do need a little bit of luck. Somebody playing his best match, just one match before he plays you, and then the next match he's a little bit off, and you can beat him. I mean, John O'Shea, he's didn't find his range. He's
22.
playing really poor. He's on the 73 average, so you get plenty of chances.
Much better from Coulson.
140.
Maybe he can smell the finishing line. Predominantly, a lot of our winners of Champions Weeks
99.
over the last 3 years have participated in a Group B that week. The thing that really amazes me, though, and I love looking back at the routes that players have to success. You look at someone like Jamie Lewis, for instance, when he made the World
98.
Semi-Finals. He got through the qualifiers.
Yeah.
And didn't even win the qualifier. And then he made the semi-finals and made £85,000. We've seen someone win Group A and win the title. We've seen someone win Group C and win the title. We've seen people go through Group A and Group B, Group A and Group C, but someone has
60.
never just won Group B
Derek requires
and won the
72.
title. It's the only one that's never happened. Looks like Coulson is looking for a repeater, but a different way. Much better.
Shot.
When he got his
And the
chance,
match, Derek
he
Coulson.
sprinted to the finishing line. He didn't play well in that game, but neither did John O'Shea. But in the last couple of legs, Derek Coulson found a little bit of form, completing 2 legs in 29 darts. So when he goes back to the practice room, he may be scratching his head, but he will be ecstatic that he has not started his campaign with a loss. 4-2 Coulson, and next, Gavlas is back against Jurgen Vandervelde.
You ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receiving the trophy. £25,000.
The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Vandervelde. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Vandervelde. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor?
Time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Luke Littler.
First game is in the can in Group B of Champions Week here live on Pluto TV. The Modus Super Series now welcomes back the first person to play in Champions Week from Czechia. First game was 17 minutes 45 for 6 legs, so a bit of a slow one. But now we welcome back the 23-year-old, and he's still in his debut campaign, remember. He won his week. A fabulous final with Charlie Manby. A young buck, just like Jurjen Vandervelde, but this young man has got a very old head on his shoulders and has shown a great deal of composure this week when things were particularly tricky. Snatching a top 2 spot to make his way into this group is a bit of a win in itself. Now he has to kick forward the way he did when he won week 11. Because his route in getting to Champions Week was Group A, Group B, and winning on the Saturday. Oh, how we'd love to do that again this week.
First leg, Adam to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, this is a really interesting game. It's both 23-year-old, same age, just playing the development tour still, the same competition. You feel a little bit like you want to show the other guy that you're the better player.
100.
Because if it goes on, these guys will meet each other for the next 20 years.
Indeed they could. Oh, what a beautiful start that is from Jurjen.
180.
Statement of intent. We've got to give Adam some props. being the first player from Czechia to make a Champions Week. Other players tried. Vítězslav Sedlak tried.
120.
Alexander Mashek tried. He got pretty close. But Gavlas, the way he went through that Saturday night, it was tough. He kept running into Charlie Manby that week. Played him 7 times. But in the final match, 302 left, 5 treble 18s and double 16 to win the week. That's impressive.
Yeah, if you can do that under pressure, then you're a good player. The only thing about Adam Gavlas' throw is that he has to aim for it every time. There's no rhythm in that game, and that is if the game is too long, that is very difficult to maintain your form.
105.
Yeah, he's definitely not a machine gun. He's more of a sniper.
Yeah. His game needs a lot of concentration. And sometimes the day is then a little bit too long for him.
100. Yeah, requires
very good leg from both players.
It's going to be double top, even with the red flight in the way.
56. Adam requires 86.
Mentioned treble 18 already. Let's see if he can find it this time. With that angle, it should be a big 18. Lovely dart. 1 dart of the bull to hold in leg 1. And it doesn't get any better than that. That one's a landlocked shot.
Gavlas.
Just like his home nation.
This is how you want to start the day. 1
Second
dart
leg.
at the bull,
Yeah,
and
to
it's
throw
straight
first.
in the middle.
Game on.
Yeah, good shot. Also, what you said, that the single 18 to leave the bull, that was a sensible one. Because if he went for the treble, it would have most likely gone in the 4 or whatever. He won't leave a finish.
I've had so many people talk to me about this whole topic of going for big singles. And people have said to me, you're an old school player.
140.
You should be going for trebles to leave the outer ring shots. Absolute nonsense. And I come back with a question. Would you rather have a shot or not have a shot?
58.
Yeah, exactly.
Big single leaves the bull, you get a shot. Gamble on the treble, miss it, and you don't get a shot at all. This game is about taking legs away, not about not getting chances. So, Adam, myself and Vincent, we applaud you for what you did because it was the right thing.
Yeah, it's very sensible. Yeah, you have to know where your chances are. It's also with finishes around. If your opponent is on 161 and you've got 1 dart for the bull left, do you go for it? Yes or no? Sometimes you have to read your other player and think he's not in a good form. He's not going to hit it, and make a statement, and that can annoy your opponent or can do something with your opponent. And if he finishes it, you have to applaud because then he did something amazing. But reading a game is very important.
135.
This is pretty impressive, to say the least.
Pretty impressive.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't think Gavlas would come out of the traps this way. So far, this is making Andy Hamilton's 109 look like 75.
140. Adam requires 46.
Yeah, Jurjen is doing nothing wrong, but yeah, he's running into Adam Gavlas, who's playing amazing at the moment.
Double 10. That
Game
is
shot in the
exceptional.
second leg.
Backs up the hold of throw from the bullseye with a 12 dart break.
Third leg.
One thing you don't want to do with Gavlas, apart
Game
from play him
on.
at darts in this kind of form, is get into a staring contest with him. Because you will lose. Look at those eyes.
$140.
Yeah, he's not somebody who shows his emotion or anything. He just stares down. We used to have a player in the BDO time. He done the same. Jarko Kumula. He was always just
97.
Even if he won 9-0, 6-0, you wouldn't see anything of him.
He was my Dutch master's nemesis. He beat me twice in 2 years. We used to call him Bart Simpson, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because he looked like Bart Simpson, just slightly taller.
100.
Very effective player. Made the World Masters final against Raymond van Barneveld, didn't he?
Yeah, he come really, yeah. Good player, good throw.
60.
Yeah, I think he suffered with a little bit of dartitis towards the end of his career, which is a bit of a shame.
Back then we had a lot of good players from Finland, but yeah, they now seems to disappear at the moment. We are stuck with what's his name, Kantele.
Marco Kantele.
Yeah, we have seen him for the last 20 years.
57.
It's true. Yeah, we had Jarni Harvestor for a little bit of time, but he disappeared, and then we had Marco Pusa, of course.
He was really good as well, but for a short period of time.
140.
You don't know how long a career could be. Might have something to do with money, family life, location. We know that Finland is quite a distance from a lot of events, but Scandinavia have got a great deal of tournaments with the Nordic and Baltic rankings these days.
100.
There's a lot of work being put into certain locations around Europe and the world so that it's easier to travel to events, and it's the right thing to do.
100.
Well, the right thing to do here is to put yourself in position and hope that Gavlas is not getting another 15-darter. Oh, we showed some emotion there.
A good miss, because now he 1 dart for tops to lead 3-0.
Oh my
Game
word.
shot in the third leg.
How unlucky is
Adam
Jurgen here?
Gavlas.
He's not doing anything wrong. And you're 3-0 down and you're thinking,
Fourth leg.
playing
to
really
throw
well.
first. Game on.
He did suffer with the heat a little bit when he was winning his week, did Adam Gavlas, but he'll be used to it now. It won't be a shock.
134.
The shocked person on the stage is Jurgen. He's averaging 112 and he hasn't got a leg.
I think he didn't even have he had 1 dart a double.
1 darter double. That's all he's had. Feeding on scraps.
90.
And for him now is that just stay cool in your head. You know you're playing well. Your time will come. If you play like that, your chances will come.
57.
Like that movie with Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams. If you build it, it will come. Here they will come.
Never saw that movie.
Oh,
sorry
great
about that.
James Earl Jones, Kevin Costner, amongst others.
140.
The late Ray Liotta was in that movie as well, playing shoeless Joe Jackson.
I have a clue.
60.
Oh, is Gavlas going to go 19s on 271? 4 19s and 25 leave 170.
Yeah, he will.
He'll go bull now. Well, there you have it.
101.
That's how you leave a finish. And imagine if he takes that out for another 4-visit leg. This will be just as good as Andy Hamilton's start to Group
90.
C.
Adam requires 170.
Here we go. That is perfect.
That's the dart where you want it to land.
Even as he misses it by the finest of margins,
105.
his face does not change.
Yayan requires
He doesn't even blink.
160.
He's part statue. But he is going to get a look at 65 to win by 4 legs to 0. To send a monstrous message to everybody in this group.
Adam requires
He's not here to make up the
65.
numbers. Gavlas is here to upset everybody involved this week.
A surprise choice for me.
Interesting.
He's got 1 dart again.
Tops. Doesn't miss
Game,
it.
shot.
What a
And the
performance
match,
from
Adam
Gavlas.
Gavlas.
Where has that come from? It's come from someone who won his week in fine style. Respect from his opponent, and he deserved every single bit of it. 105.47 to start your campaign with 80% on the doubles. Absolutely brilliant. And he gets 2 points with aplomb.
54. Charlie Maguire, 164. 44. 32. Charlie require 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
require
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
The moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
require
Oki with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think he's gone to
118.
bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire
require
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Got
Couldn't get the job
it.
done.
Got in the match. And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife.
Welcome back to the action on Champions Week at the Modus Super Series. Group B is about to enter its 3rd fixture, and it's going to be the first of Champions Week for Jeff Smith, the silencer, coming all the way from Canada and having waited since winning week 1 of the series. The Champions Week debutant takes on John O'Shea, who lost his first match 4-2 to Derek Coulson. A bit of a mess of a match, to be fair, and certainly when compared to the one that followed it. And that stunning performance and 4-0 victory for Adam Gavlas over Jurjen Vandervelde, who went down 4-0 despite averaging more than 106. He will be back in a couple of games' time to take on Jeff Smith.
First
He's ready
leg,
to get
Jeff
to work.
to
And
throw
look, Group B,
first.
you don't really
Game
disappear
on.
too quickly, but losing your first 2 matches, you are giving yourself a journey, aren't you, to try and come back?
Yeah, you feel like you're chasing, and that's something you don't want to be doing all the way through, certainly on the Champions
95.
Week as well, when you know there's quality in every single game. But this is the point where I normally get asked the question, certainly
100.
Henry always poses at me every single time. Is it a benefit to be Jeff Smith right now, or is it to be John O'Shea? John O'Shea being on the stage and already played, or Jeff Smith who's coming in fresh, coming in without
96.
the feeling of being on the stage. And normally, it's quite a 50-50 split. I think this week, it could possibly, or
59.
significantly, is in the favour of Jeff Smith. And the reason being because John O'Shea's already been on the stage and had a substandard performance. So he's up there trying to put something right, Well, Jeff Smith's just getting the feel for things here. I think this is sort of mini advantage Jeff Smith. Then he's got the advantage of throw.
140.
Both of these players are going to be in action in 2 of the next 3 weeks. The international pairs event is returning. O'Shea representing Ireland with a new teammate, Conor Heenahan, and Jeff Smith very proud to be representing Canada with his returning partner, Dawson Michelle.
100.
It'll be really interesting to see how Dawson gets on.
70.
Former tour card holder. Famously beat James Wade, didn't he, on the World Series stage? We know where Jeff Smith's going to leave this. Loves double 16.
38.
Okay, likes double
John
16.
requires 102.
Will he get reacquainted with it? O'Shea can't find a treble, so Smith will look to reunite with his friend.
54. Jeff requires 32. Game
And that's
chart
what
on the
friends are
first
for.
leg.
1-0 Smith.
Jeff Smith.
That's exactly Jeff Smith's game in a nutshell there. Get yourself
Second
down in
leg,
around
John
about
to throw
15
first.
darts. No
Game
drama on the doubles. We talked about Derek Coulson being one of those consistent, very hard players to beat because they don't tend to
80.
lose much. The little play on the word lose and beat. Jeff Smith's the same. He'll go out there, he'll put his game out, and if you want to get the victory, you're going to have to excel against that performance, which is just stable, solid, and on this occasion, perfect.
180.
Yeah, a bit of bad luck from O'Shea. The first dart was plumb in the treble 20. The second one fell out, colliding with that dart.
134.
Jeff Smith is punished to the hilt with that opening salvo. He seems like he's trying to outdo what we just saw.
95.
The standard's certainly been set tonight. Well, Andy Hamilton really set it this afternoon, didn't he? In his opening performance, he averaged 109 in a 4-0 demolition of Scott Taylor, which really set up the day for both players.
93.
And we're starting to see what it's going to take to be successful on Champions Week.
100.
Well, everyone wants to be the star of the show, don't they? And the players are aware of the averages that other people are putting in. And Jeff Smith would have saw that average come on just as he was going through. And it just sparked that competitive edge in you that you go, right, okay, that's the bar, is it? Although, we know John O'Shea doesn't want to be thrown at this 20, but he's kind of forced to do
44.
so. Managed to just keep it
Jeff
straight.
requires
Obviously, the deflection could have caused a
126.
problem. He does get down to a finish, but that throw in serious, serious trouble now.
$94.
Well, he wanted 19, he scored 21, and that was
John
worse for
requires
him.
150.
Because the 19 would have given him a shot at the bullseye. The 21 put him below it, but not on a double. In the end, it works out well because he
98.
will return for that favoured
Jeff
double 16
requires
again.
32. Game chart on this second leg. Jeff Smith.
Yeah, great start this for Jeff Smith. We said this game is about getting down in around about the 15 darts and going out. Well, he
Third
got even
leg,
better
Jeff
there,
to
down
throw
in 12.
first. Game
As
on.
expected, and as the stats shown us at the start, looking over the last 20 games for Jeff Smith, that checkout percentage so solid. Just a fraction under the 50%.
140.
Yeah, and exactly 50% in this match, and exactly 50% on double 16. Give him 2 darts at that target, and you ain't coming back.
80.
He's always been known on the tour and the various systems of which he's played as being a very good finisher. Very, very dangerous anywhere around the ton mark
140.
down. But when he combines it with this scoring power that he's found here, that's going to make him very, very dangerous. Not just to
81.
John O'Shea or Group B, but to the entire week and this title.
Yeah, and you mentioned at the top of the show, Matt, we might see a lot of sort of scoring versus finishing.
145.
And this match is a typical example of that, or it is on paper. O'Shea's the big scorer, Jeff's a good finisher, but actually all the scoring and all the finishing is coming from Jeff
45.
Smith.
Jeff requires
Well, that last
76.
start almost thrown away there by John O'Shea, wasn't it? He knows he's up against it here. This is exceptional from Jeff Smith. 109 average.
Game shot in the
Missing
third
nothing.
leg.
12
Jeff
data
Smith.
there for Jeff Smith. This is exceptional.
Adam Gavlas, eat your heart
Fourth
out.
leg. John to throw first.
He set the
Game
standard
on.
in the previous match with that 4-0 thrashing of Jurjen Vandervelde, averaging more than 105. Jeff Smith
96.
has seen it, and he's raised it, and he's getting better leg by leg.
Well, the pattern of play is he's using 2 darts less per leg, so
60.
this one should have been a 10 darter according to that pattern, but I think it's already broken.
83.
What a feeling it must be to start like this. Remember, this is his first match of Champions Week.
100.
But I'll go back to something I said at the start of the show, and a lot of this comes down to preparation, I believe. And when we look at the backstories of the players and we know those people who prepare in a certain
42.
way. Jeff Smith, Andy Hamilton. 2 players very meticulous in their preparation. No surprise to see them hit the ground running on Champions Week when they've had weeks to prepare for this.
171.
He would have had this moment planned and prepared for weeks.
171 to leave 170.
42.
107 is
Jeff
the average.
requires
In fact, closer to 108.
170.
What a performance.
And it almost feels like there is no opponent here for Jeff Smith.
134.
He's just up there, him and the dartboard. Maybe not for much longer.
140. Jeff requires 36.
And he does like this particular target as well. Can't find it this time. 99.
18.
Almost doesn't feel right that he's made a
John requires
bit of a
98.
mistake in an otherwise flawless performance. Can O'Shea avoid the whitewash? 19 to do so.
60.
Gets further away.
Jeff requires 18.
Smith splits. And Smith
Game,
hits.
shot,
And he's
and
hit.
the match. Jeff
John
Smith.
O'Shea for 6. What a stunning performance from Jeff Smith. Okay, those missed doubles at the end took the average down to below 102 when it was up at 108. But that is every bit as good as the 4-0 win we just saw in the previous match for Adam Gavlas. This is getting like a very, very high-quality group in prospect tonight, so don't go anywhere. Gavlas returns next to take on Derek Coulson. Well, this week is all about getting your name etched on that trophy, joining the likes of Conan Whitehead, Raymond Smith, Luke Littler, Jim McEwen, Scott Taylor, of course, who's in action this week, but looks very unlikely to be getting it on there a second time like Littler. Marvin Van Velzen, Andreas Harrison, Darius Labanauskas and Jensen Walker, all Super Series champions. Graham Usher's through to finals night already. He won Group A from Derek Coulson in third place. And before this group started, you might think that Coulson would be a big favourite to win this match. But based on their opening performances, despite both winning, Coulson did it with an average of 79. Gavlas did it with an average of 105. So all eyes are on Adam,
first
really.
Leg, Derek to throw first. Game on.
26 points the difference in the 3 darts average between the pair. However, we know Derek Coulson can also hit those sort of numbers. And the question is, can Adam Gavlas repeat that style of performance?
180.
Is there a odour of one-upmanship in the air here? Because we've just seen Gavlas do what he did. Jeff Smith pretty much followed suit. And now Coulson kicks off with a maximum.
81.
Like I said, everyone wants to be the star of the show.
He was scratching his head as he left the stage after that 4-2 victory over John O'Shea. He wasn't happy with how he played.
43.
Arguably played better in most of his Group A defeats than he did in that victory. It's the points that matter. And early signs are that he's putting the performance right as well.
58.
And sometimes you just need that game. Certainly in a round-robin format where you're not sort of as primed for that one match. You're trying to prepare for 4. You're trying to prepare for a good few hours. You're not preparing for one match in a certain time slot. You've got to prepare for essentially a 2 to 3 hour time slot. We've seen this before from Derek Coulson, haven't we, where maybe he's just not been at his very best, but wins, which is an attribute in itself when you don't need to play your A game, because if you think about 10 matches, how many times are you really going to play your A game 10 matches?
Derek requires 138.
Everyone's going to think 9 or 10, but realistically, it's probably more like 3 or 4. And that's being quite ambitious.
And when you play your A game, you usually win, won't you? It's winning the games when you don't.
86.
Coulson did that in game 1 against O'Shea. And now he's on course to take the first leg off Adam Gavlas at Champions Week, because of course his first match saw him win 4-0.
58. Derek requires 52.
Double 16. Becomes double 8.
Game shot in the first leg.
Is
Derek
sealed
Coulson.
for Coulson. A 15-dart hold to kick off proceedings in game 4
Second
of tonight's
leg,
10.
Adam to throw first. Game on.
We know Adam Gavlas, as we can see, is quite a deliberate player. But you tend to find the players that are beyond that sort of little bit of deliberation and into the
99.
borderline and into slow, which is where Adam Gavlas is. He's one of the slower players. They tend to not like other deliberate players against them. They tend to like to play the quicker players so that they can dictate the pace and do things their own way. So I'm not too surprised at the moment to see Gavlas just dropping off from that last game, which it was inevitable, really, wasn't it? Because it was a near-perfect performance from him.
Yeah, and Coulson kind of plays at a rhythm that is unaffected by either a fast player or a slow player. It's pretty much in the middle, isn't it?
Derek Coulson just does Derek Coulson, doesn't he? His attitude very much is, I'm going to do me. If you do better, I'll shake your hand. Congratulations. But right now, this is quite hard to do better than. Superb start from Coulson.
Yeah, stunning stuff. And what a night. It feels like the night that Champions Week's really coming alive. And look, we've had a great field this week. Group A was gripping.
58.
This afternoon was interesting. I think we're going to get a good climax on Friday in Group C, particularly with the way that the final set of results went. Andy Hamilton losing his last match. 4 players separated by a couple of points.
81.
But the highest standard is being achieved in this group already.
By far. I mean, we've already converted 3 ton-plus averages already this evening. Adam Gavlas with one of those, 105.47. Vandervelde 106.35, and Jeff Smith.
Derek requires
in the last game 4-0 against John O'Shea with 101.90. We may be getting another one here because Coulson is significantly over the ton.
You could just see him gesturing to himself. He's got to be a little bit careful here, but yeah, you've got to
100.
sort of calm down gesture
Adam
with his hands as he
121.
walked back from the hockey the previous visit. Might not be too calm if Gavlas can find the bullseye.
96. Derek requires 40.
You can't see him missing.
Game on this second leg.
And Coulson does
Derek
claim the
Coulson.
leg. Doubles his advantage. 15-14.
Third leg. Derek to throw first. Game on.
It is interesting you point out that calm down gesture, because a lot of people who look at the game or analyse the game or follow the game always think that it's defeat that's the hardest thing to deal with or the thing to sort of recover from. But there are a lot of people, and I can speak from personal experience on this, who really struggled with success. And by that, like, if I had a good day on the Pro Tour, if I won a big game, like, I would struggle to sort of like settle because it meant a lot. It was the adrenaline, the buzz, the thrill of it. So you wouldn't sleep at night and you wouldn't settle. You'd wake up the next day. It's still in the back of your mind, but you know you had more to go and do the next day. It's quite hard. I would say dealing with success and managing success, but still trying to produce performance, is probably harder than trying to recover from defeat. How many times do you see on the Pro Tour someone first round 105 average, then losers next round averaging 80?
96.
Yeah, and far fewer people taste success than defeat. Even this week, all winners.
55.
In this Series 11, but 11 of them will go home feeling like they failed.
Yeah, it's quite depressing sometimes, isn't it, when you put numbers like that. The tour's the same, is it? 128 players, the best 128 players in the world, the best from all their representative nations. 127 of them are going to lose at some point.
$60.
Well, is Derek Coulson going to do to Adam Gavlas what Adam Gavlas did to Jurgen Vandervelde? And indeed what Jeff Smith did to Johnny O'Shea and win 4-0?
$59. Derek requires 146.
Probably expecting 2 visits here. And we'll get 2 visits unless Adam Gavlas can be perfect here.
58.
2 trebles and the ball.
Adam requires
had a pot shot on the bullseye in the
167.
previous leg, but only needed 1 treble in that checkout combination. And that treble won't help.
And I wonder if we are seeing what we were just talking about there, managing the expectation and the thrill. Because
95.
just one game
Derek
ago,
requires
Gavlas
88.
left the stage with 105 average. Jeff Smith wins 4-0. He's on the stage a lot quicker than you'd have expected. Are we seeing that backlash of what was a great performance here?
74.
Well, it can quickly turn.
Adam requires 72.
Coulson can't claim the third leg, and Gavlas will get a look at 72. Gets the full quota of darts at double. And only
Game
needs
on
one.
the third leg. Adam Gavlas.
You can see from
Fourth
Derek's
leg,
reaction,
Adam
that sort
to
of
throw
wry
first.
smile, that he probably
Game on.
valued that leg quite highly. 3-0 lead. He's really got Gavlas on the canvas, but that's a break of throw, and the Czech is chucking for 2-2.
I think for Derek Coulson, the issue there purely was 206 points, 9 darts. Wasn't able to convert. They're the sort of combinations and
60
things and phase of play drills that people will play when they're practicing and getting ready for tournaments, getting ready for matches like this. So he'll be disappointed not to have converted that and opened the door to let Gavlas back in.
Adams' first max of the match really gives him control
96
of this leg. A reminder coming next, Jurjen Vandervelde, average of 106 against Gavlas. Didn't win a leg. Only had one dart at double. He takes on Jeff Smith, who won every leg against John O'Shea.
96.
Then O'Shea and Gavlas meet before Coulson takes on Vandervelde. The evening ends in Game 10 with Jeff Smith against Derek Coulson. I wonder if both of those players might be going into that having not tasted defeat.
95.
Adam Gavlas looking to put that one to bed pretty soon. Even a 180 here for Derek Coulson would not leave him a finish. Keep saying it. If you only got one
83.
treble, you can't be using that 19.
Adam requires 130.
So 6 here from Gavlas. Wouldn't need to chase down the ball if he only finds that one treble 20.
$47.
He opts for the ball to try and tee up tops, but only hit a single 7. Meaning he may end on the ball. Well, he may not need to. Coulson once again
55.
in that 200 range. Not really chipping
Adam
away
requires
enough.
83.
Good dart. Good start. Good finish
Game
from
shot
Adam
in the
Gavlas.
fourth leg. Adam
He's
Gavlas.
turned this tie around, squared things up. As he's raised his level, there's no doubt that Derek's
Fifth
has
leg.
dropped.
Derek to throw first. Game on.
Certainly feels that way, and it's certainly reflected in the numbers as well. Derek Coulson, after a couple of legs, up around about the 107 mark in regard to the averages. Now down
96.
to 90.92, which means he's took about 16 points off his average here, while Adam Gavlas has just slowly increased his, and he's now actually throwing the higher average of the pair. It's interesting how a game can turn so quickly, isn't it? It wasn't long ago Coulson was looking 9 darts from 206. 2 darts at the double for a 3-0 lead. $
100.
Perfectly pitched. Opening arrow. Slammed that between the two. Often talk about the the fast throwers as the best groupers, but I tell you what, Gavlas is up there.
138.
Really does have that ability to replicate the exact same throw that he's just done.
No bad habits in there as well. We talk about movement within the throw as well. People that move on dart number 3. People that move on dart 1 and 2 to collect the next dart as part of the throwing motion. None of that for Gavlas. It is collect, sight, throw, retrieve.
60.
It is a rhythm, isn't it? We associate rhythm with quick players, I suppose tempo, but it is a rhythm. You could time the darts and there'd be the same number of seconds between each throw.
Look how he leaves the arm out there at the end of the throw, just to make sure he's not hooking across the body.
140.
Make sure the hand is going to
Derek
collect
requires 107.
the next dart in the hand. It's making sure of everything, isn't he?
2 similar finishes on offer. Low hundreds, the type of finishes that win your matches. Coulson
99.
can't take his, but he can leave himself on a double.
105.
This is for a 3-2 scoreline here for Gavlas, which a couple of moments ago, well, you'd been called crazy if you suggested that. Coulson was running away with it in the early part. Gavlas is stuck in there, and now a double 16 away from a big breaker throw.
73.
Minute margins.
Derek requires 8.
He wires the double and now waits as Coulson takes aim at his 3 in hand. Only needs
on
1.
The 5th leg.
Restores order.
Derek Coulson
Regains the lead and moves within 1 of doubling his win tally for the night.
6th leg. Adam to throw first.
That'll be a huge relief, won't it, for Derek Coulson? Survived a little bit of a scare there, and the fact that the shot went down to the double as well. How your opponent misses also impacts how you feel. If Gavlas would have missed the treble 18, there would have been no panic there for Coulson. Instead,
42.
You have so many thoughts go through your head that normally starts with, oh, here we go. You almost become expectant that your opponent's going to hit everything.
$57.
Excellent.
137.
From Adam Gavlas after a sluggish start to the leg. Really corrects it with his next 3 darts.
100.
It takes a lot of character and confidence as well to throw the way that Adam Gavlas is here. When you first start up, one of the first bits of advice you get, oh, if you're feeling nervous, just throw a bit quicker. Don't stand around, don't stand there letting the flight shake. And you can see here, there is no shaking of that flight. That is rock solid. A player in full belief in his ability.
180.
You feel he trusts the action, trusts the throw.
You can see he's worked on it, can't you, over time? There's a lot of very methodical,
Adam requires
sort of almost
142.
coached aspects in his game. So if you're going to go through all that process, you've got to believe and trust the process.
Another one in there. One of the is his reference point under his right eye. He literally hits his face with a flight.
74 left.
Checked
110.
with our esteemed referee, A.D. Mason, what he had left. He said 74. He thought treble 14 and hit it.
60. Adam requires 32.
I think on feel, on the balance of play, it feels like a game that should go all the way to the one-leg shootout. And Gavlas, if he can convert this 32, will send us to a deciding leg. And there we go. 13 darter.
Adam
Gavlas. But you do feel he may need something very similar here with Derek Coulson having the advantage of throw.
7th leg, Derek to throw first. Game on.
Big deep breaths from Gavlas in what's been a decent game of darts with that rise in his performance. He's now averaging 97.
125.
May have to produce a leg that's even better than that if he is going to claim victory.
Well, them numbers just confirmation of what has been a quality night so
85.
far. We're only in match number 4. 6 more games still to go this evening.
The next one between two players who both averaged in 3 figures in their opener, albeit one of them won 4 legs
59.
and lost none. The other one lost 4 legs and won none. Get the sense a treble is required. And one is
93.
found.
Interesting he chose to stay there,
21.
because it looked like that first dart was a bit of a problem. We saw how it angled dart number 2. I think the open bed of the 19s in hindsight maybe was the better option.
Well, this is becoming perfectly poised.
100.
What a time to strike. It gets him to a finish first, but Coulson will be leaving something much smaller. Well, how much smaller?
60.
Not
Adam
as much as he would have liked.
143.
It's advantage Adam Gavlas.
Gavlas will probably think he's got 2 visits here, because Coulson would have to be 2 trebles to double. There's 1 treble here, will do some serious damage. There it is.
$87. Derek requires
I feel this may need to go the way that
136.
Adam Gavlas has been checking out tonight. 4 from 5 in his opener, 3 from 5 here. It's not going to go. Gavlas should be getting 2 match darts.
Trailed 2-0. Coulson missed 2 darts to go 3-0 up.
Adam requires
He grimaced at
56.
the time. He thought that could be a key moment. Gavlas hit back and now has the opportunity to take the victory. He has 2 darts at tops. And
Game,
he only needs
shot,
1.
And the match.
And that is
Adam
a really
Gavlas.
hard-fought win for Adam Gavlas, who roared back into the contest to overcome Derek Coulson, who knows he's been in the game there. But what a start to Champions Week for the Czech thrower. And the checking out has been delightful. 4 out of 6 in that one. An average of 98.5. Gavlas wins 2 from 2 and is top of the table. Up next, Vandervelde faces Smith.
$54. Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. $32. Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage, approaching the Oki with a chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone to bust it, maybe. The first title he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust. And
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is
79.
it. It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire body into that one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy. Couldn't get the job done.
The match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
I won't say this has to go for Jaden. Big pressure for the little man, but what a shot to stay alive this would be.
Jaden Walker taking everything! And Jaden Walker!
Gonna get better than that too. A double 14.
Super Series champion!
The leading light. The Super Series. It's sweet success for the 16-year-old.
How does he hit that? That's how he hits it! And Jensen Walker is a Super Series success story!
Shot and a Modus Super Series Week 9 champion!
Double 12. Ryan Branley, that is superb.
Into the scoreline. He's going to go for the big fish. He's going to get the big fish.
Needs to go, and that's exactly what it does. Henry Coates finds the middle.
Yeah, well, after this week, when we crown the star of the series, we're going to see the rising stars here at the Live Lounge. Players between the ages of 16 and 21 will take to the Oki, fight out all week, culminating in the finals night to see who is the brightest rising star. Saturday the 23rd of August. Tickets are available by scanning that QR code or visiting dartshop.tv. And this is the full lineup for the Rising Stars Week Group A, featuring the talented Ryan Branley, who we've seen here many times, Thomas Banks, who bedded 3 bullseyes last time he was here, Charlie Manby, who holds a high average record, and Jensen Walker, of course, the still reigning champion right now, won't be by the time he takes the stage on Monday. Group B and Group C will follow, and just maybe take a screenshot of that, because they could be names to remember in the future. Quite fitting that ahead of the Rising Stars Week, we've got a World Youth finalist on the stage in Jurjen Vandervelde, trying to rebuild from that devastating defeat when he kind of lost everything to Jan van Veen. Tour card went, World Championship place went, and of course the right to call himself a World Youth Champion. Well, maybe this week he'll make it right and lift some silverware himself. He was unlucky in his first match, only had one dart at double despite averaging 106, lost it 4-0. Jeff Smith won his 4-0, a blinding display from the silencer. Let's see if it can be replicated here, and guiding you through it,
First leg,
Vincent Vandervelde and Paul Nicholson.
Yeah, thanks, Murph. Really looking forward to Rising Stars week next week to see who is coming through and who can be victorious ahead of the international pairs the following week after that, where Jeff Smith will be part of that spectacular, playing with Dawson Marshall,
60,
the man from Medicine Hat in Canada. What an interesting evening it's already been, Vincent. Great standard we've seen from Adam Gavlas
57.
with 2 incredible wins. Smith sandwiching the 2 wins for Gavlas with 101.9 himself. He seems to be in a pretty good place.
140.
Yeah, the level is very good. And to be fair, Jurjen was a little bit unfortunate to play Adam Gavlas in the first match because he was really on fire. So let's see what he can do now.
140.
Like Chris Murphy mentioned, Jurjen's average of 106.35 against Gavlas is the highest average ever at the Modus Super Series.
100.
To lose 4-0.
Yeah, that's not a record you want.
No, it's not. And weirdly,
132.
that is now his Super Series personal best average.
He didn't have a lot of darts at double, so that helps, of course, your average. But it doesn't seem to affect him that much because he started this match
32.
again really good, scoring really well.
This is a tricky double here. Not for
Game
him.
shot in the first leg.
Very good dart.
Jurjen Vandervelde.
His
Second
attitude
leg, Jeff to throw
and his
first.
demeanour is something
Game
that a
on.
lot of young players can be inspired by. Because look at what he's done with the first leg after that defeat.
45.
And look at how he didn't celebrate it. It's all about the big picture. You can have a good leg. Doesn't mean you're going to win. It's all about getting the points. You saw Coulson in the first game, didn't play well, still got the points. Got to play the game for what it is. If it's short format, play short format. If it's short format many, many times like it is here, understand what it takes to get through and do your best.
Yeah, after that first match when he lost 4-0, he still plays really well now.
140.
Again, 6 darts played, 232 left. Another treble to start with. Really impressive.
180.
I think the 2 words going through Jeff's mind right now are, oh no. Seems to have Vandervelde
116.
at just the wrong time.
Required 52.
What happens next? Double 8 again.
44.
One little mistake
Jeff
could open the
requires
door for Smith to
66.
get into this game.
If he hits this, that's how quick a match can change. This is
Game
where
shot in the
Jeff
second
Smith
leg.
is
Jeff
one of
Smith.
the best players I've ever seen. Every time he gets a finish like that, when he's in form, he hits it.
Third leg, Jurjen to throw
And that
first.
is why he's called
Game
the
on.
silencer. Because with supreme finishing, he keeps people quiet.
125.
Yeah, it seems like 66, not a big finish or anything, but it's so important to hit that one. He's now in the match. Yeah, he gives Jurjen something to think
54.
about because he thinks I should have been 2-0 up. And all of a sudden it's 1-1. You're back in the match, and we've got a fight going on.
180.
This game promises much. I'm already hoping this one goes to 7 legs. It's that good.
97.
Jeff is having a very, very good 2025. He won the Halifax Open for the 6th time this year. He became Canadian national champion again. He is going to be in the Canadian national team going to Seoul, Korea very soon. And he is gunning for that World Cup singles
46.
again.
Jurgen
He's
requires
2017.
62.
He's going for the air miles this year then. A lot of flying to do.
Game on the third leg.
Well, I'll tell you who's
Jurgen
flying right now, and that's
Vandervelde.
Jurgen Vandervelde with that 11 darter. So 106 doesn't get you a leg. So he decides to average 118 to go 2-1 up.
Yeah, unreal. And his checkout percentage is 33%. It's not like he's 100% and he's all scoring. But he's missed a couple of darts as well. He's 2 out of 6.
Yeah, what would he be averaging if he'd been 100% on doubles?
I've never seen him play this well in my life, but it's good to see.
95.
Jurgen is not in the national team. It's not really part of his future plans.
100.
He's focusing on the PDC tours and the Super Series to try and get back to the tour next year. And as you can see from this performance, he's more than good enough.
Yeah, I think this week's the week win and this week is going to help
60.
him, his confidence, and he knows what to do. We've played so many matches on TV, under pressure. You can see he's tried today that he's got a little
58.
bit more rhythm in his game. He's throwing a little faster than the first 3 days we saw him, and it suits his game.
Yeah, it really does. Looks comfortable. Back of the stage, he doesn't look
140.
impatient. He looks ready for every visit. If anything, he actually looks
99.
better
Jeff
today
requires 66.
than he looked at any time during his weekly win. Double 18.
30.
That double 18 has been getting a lot of attention here tonight and not a great deal of joy.
No, exactly. But this is the time he could miss.
100.
And that's the good thing about Jeff Smith. He knows when he has to hit it and when he doesn't have to. Sometimes he hits it, but not a big problem. This time it has to go out.
Bit of maturity there. He realised
Game
he wasn't
fourth leg.
100% ready for that
Jeff
shot.
Smith.
He resets and he hits it. It's almost more impressive that he hit double 9
Fifth
with the
leg.
third dart than if
Jurgen
he'd
to
hit
throw
36 with
first.
the first.
Game on.
Yeah, exactly. What goes on in Jurgen's mind?
57.
It would be very interesting to know what he's thinking right now. He's playing the best darts of his life, and still is in a really hard battle to get a point on the board.
97.
Welcome to Champions Week. Bit like someone who gets through Q school. They win their card and then
100.
3 weeks later they go to the first players championship, draw Josh Rock.
Yeah.
And they get blown off the board and they think, oh, is this what I signed up for?
Oh, a lot of players have that. They qualify for
100.
Q school and they think, oh, now I made it. I'm there. But that's the only... you're just beginning. And then after half a year, you're thinking, oh, this is pretty tough.
180.
Another 180. Really, he really plays well.
He's got 4 tonight, including 3 in this game.
60. Jurgen requires 164.
Might just try and get a 140 here. He's not going to do that, but he has got at least one more visit.
60.
The only thing Jeff can do now is put pressure on. And he wants to hit a minimum of 140 now.
85.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Jurgen require 104.
He knew it as soon as it went in. Vandervelde's got 2 visits from 104.
56.
Still 48 left, so put pressure on and see if it's something can happen.
99. Jurgen requires
This is
48.
probably the most important exchange of this game. That's a wonderful dart. Under pressure, he finds that 5th leg and is showing incredible composure here to try and get in amongst the pack.
Sixth leg.
He, like
Jeff
John
to
O'Shea,
throw
does not
first.
have a point yet.
Game on.
But if he gets 2 here at the expense of Smith, it's going to be Adam Gavlas leading
100.
the table over Coulson, Smith, and Jurgen Vandervelde. We don't usually learn a great deal
134.
after 25% of a Group B. But I think right now, after the first game, we're just marvelling at the standard.
60.
These two have actually played each other before in a rather important game. So they do know each other very, very well.
96.
So this is not something out of the ordinary. They know what each other can do.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But you can see Jeff had been outscored the whole match through. And but he's still in there. So he, in the back of his mind, he fancies his chances as well. He knows he's been outscored the whole match. But Jurgen has not been able to break his throw or do something where he's out of the game.
He seems to have found a little bit of extra power here tonight, Jurgen. A lot of his misses aren't low. They tend to be a little bit higher, which is a good sign for him. This is for the match. That is exceptional.
98.
That is such good counting.
Jeff requires 115.
Now, does the silencer have any bullets left? There's the snarl. Tops.
75.
A brilliant try. But Vandervelde
40.
really has put Smith under the pump the entire game.
Shot.
That was outstanding. This time with a ton plus average, he gets the points. It's not as good as his previous set of numbers, but what a display from that young man from the Netherlands. Smith caused him all sorts of trouble with some brilliant outs, but unfortunately for the Canadian, he ran into Jurgen when he's playing his best darts. 4-2 to Jurgen, and that's the halfway point of the night.
Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. $32. Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls of this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts, but he'll be coming back.
The moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage, approaching the hockey with a chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone to bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires 79.
This is it. It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
59. Charlie
Threw the entire
require
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
George require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go
Couldn't get the job
Got
done.
out the match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Our first 5 results are now in the book. And we've just seen Jurjen Vandervelde get off the mark against Jeff Smith, who started his campaign wonderfully with a ton plus average against John O'Shea, who finds himself at the foot of the table and the only person who is yet to get points. Gavlas at the top with 2 wonderful performances so far, beating Derek Coulson and taking out Jurjen Vandervelde with 105.47 as an average. But this is incredibly competitive. But I suppose going into Game 6, the biggest narrative for this one is that John O'Shea's got to get in amongst the party, and if he doesn't, he's in big trouble. Because his levels have been lower than everybody else's. It seems like people are starting to show up. Coulson had a bad first game, still won. His next performance, a lot better, but lost to Gavlas. If O'Shea does not get off the mark here, he's got big problems because his last game is against Jurjen Vandervelde tonight. And Vincent, he's averaging 105 for the night.
Yeah, he is having a good time at the moment, Jurjen Vandervelde. And O'Shea does, he's not playing really well and loses. He's just playing really poor. So
game on.
He needs to up his game now.
Yeah, he really does. It's his second Champions Week. Coincidentally, the last time he was in Champions Week, he wasn't actually a weekly winner. He was the best averaging runner-up from that series because someone could not take their spot. So he stepped in. He almost made the most of it.
58.
Made his way all the way to the semi-finals of Series 6, which would ultimately be won by someone who looks like he's not going to make it through to Champions Night this time, it's Scott Taylor.
No, he had a horrible day. Almost the same day as that O'Shea has at the moment. But for him, there's time to repair it, and hopefully he does that for him.
The best points total that John can amass now, if he wins
42.
his remaining 2 games this evening, and all 4 tomorrow. That
97
is 12 points. If he wins 5 games out of the 6, he will qualify. What we've figured out over the course of time is some situations that always give you success. So on a Saturday night, if you win one of your group games and you have a leg difference in the positive, you are going to make the semi-finals. And when it comes to Group B, if everybody's got to win, 10 points gets you through.
52.
Meaning, if O'Shea was to win this game, everyone's got points. So if he makes it to 10 points, he will prevail. But that looks difficult at this time.
Yeah, he should look at it one game at a time. Just try to get this win. And he will feel a lot better if you get a win. But he's playing Adam Gavlas, and we're talking about the level of Jurjen Vandervelde. But Adam Gavlas is playing really impressive.
70. Adam requires
and 12
81.
darts, 81 left. He's going for treble 19, double 12. Going for the 12. Double 13.
This is aggressive.
55. John requires 140.
Didn't think about the big single on this occasion. John O'Shea.
This is something that you have to think about. Do you want to go for the
Adam
12 or
requires
just go for the
26.
treble? Because O'Shea is not in the mood for hitting the 140. So now you're on 26. You make yourself a little bit more difficult. He's had to split it, so 2 darts for double 8.
Game shot in the first leg. Adam Gavlas.
I'm not sure what Adam's been doing the last 6 weeks, because it has been a month and a half since we last saw him.
Second leg, Adam
But
to throw
boy, has he
first.
come here ready.
Game on.
Whoever's been sparring with this young man, they've got him in shape.
Yeah, definitely. He makes the best impression out of everybody who I've seen this week. Every shot is so much
60.
concentration. It's always near the treble or in the treble. He's never far off. He's so relaxed. He's with so much concentration. Yeah, he looks really good.
I've been really impressed with
140.
Czechia over the last few years. There's been some great work done over there since around 2018. Getting their own European Tour event, of course, which is staged at the PVA Expo in Prague. And that is taking place in early September this year. Adam, without a tour card, actually has the right to go to the home nation qualifier.
Yeah, and 4 spaces. Yeah, you would have imagined that he will make it there. And again, if he plays like that, nobody wants to draw him. That's for sure.
180.
He's made the quarterfinals of that tournament before, so why not? The way he's playing, why not do it again?
Who did he lose to then in the quarterfinals?
One moment, caller.
$125.
O'Shea's having a great leg.
Yeah, this is a bit
43.
overdue, but that's the worst visit of this leg so far. And Gavlas is not that far behind. Yeah, it was back in 2022. Gavlas lost to you.
100. John requires 138.
We'll talk about that in the next leg, because that atmosphere was rather interesting to say the least.
58.
Should call you the silencer,
Adam
not
requires
Jeff Smith.
120.
He could go 3 tops if he wants. Well,
Lovely first dart.
That's actually worked out really well. It's flattened out a little bit. Made the single a bit easier. The tops is not easy. But he made it look easy. Is there anything he can't do tonight?
Adam Gavlas.
Yeah, he's playing really well. He must be feeling so great.
Third leg, John to throw first. Game on.
He's sweating it up on the stage because it is very warm down there, but it's not bothering him.
No, I get it why he's sweating.
59.
He's using so much concentration, and so that it will be more than somebody who's releasing the dart very early, like Graham Usher, who plays a lot more freely.
So tell us what it was like playing Adam in that atmosphere, because when he beat Ryan Searle in the last 16,
95.
that place was absolutely rocking.
Yeah, it was, but I came ahead very early in the game, and I didn't have a lot of bother from the crowd. And yeah, after the match, he wanted to raise my hand and dance with me, so I didn't like that.
Oh, of course, that was the forced hug moment. He was trying to raise your hands from behind you.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That was that. Yeah, it was really hot then as well.
180.
it is in Czechia. I've been warning some of the guys who are playing in Czechia in early September, saying, take a towel.
84.
And make sure you know where the ice is.
Yeah, it was really hot then.
He beat Adrian Lewis in that tournament. And Adrian is going to be making his Super Series debut here this month in the pairs with Steve Beaton.
Yeah, that would be really interesting to see how his match going. I know he plays a lot of exhibitions, but match playing is different than that.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing him. It'd be good to see him with a big smile. I'll tell you
44.
someone who's not smiling right now, and that's the Joker.
Adam requires 86.
It's not meant to be that way. The Joker's supposed to be smiling from ear to ear.
But to be fair, Adam is playing great darts again. Tom plus average again. Every dart is so much concentration. Is always close to the target or in the target.
Game shot in the third leg.
Another 12
Adam
dart.
Gavlas.
This is astonishing. 105.47 in his first game. 98.58 in his next game. This one, 102.48. This is elite. And I mean that. I'm talking about Super Series, Pro Tour, anything. This is right up there.
Yeah, with this average, you can win TV tournaments in the PDC as well. It's just, yeah, it is top stuff.
43. $83.
Fair to say that John's played, and I'm going to be fair to him, it's a steady performance, average of 83, but he hasn't had a dart at a double. Only got 2 darts at a double against Jeff Smith. That was wonderful from Jeff. It's pretty much exactly the same from Adam against the Joker.
59.
Finally, 2 scores that are not that high, so now's the time for John to step in. He didn't do that, and probably he will punish him again.
52.
Well, Adam's nickname is Flawless, or based on the way his name is pronounced, we call him Flavlas. Well, he has been flawless tonight, but this game isn't done yet. He should know from experience
57.
when he played in his week that he was reeled in a couple of times after having decent leads. So knowing that,
140.
he's got to get back on the horse here. This is a bad scoring performance from Adam in leg 4.
Yes, the first time you see him after 9 darts, he's still in the 300, so he knows this is a bad leg. And this is with his throw. When he's off, it's very difficult to get that rhythm back. So he knows he has to stay concentrated and stay on the treble when he put in scores.
In the earlier part of your career, Vincent, a lot of the tournaments were best of 5 legs, weren't they?
Yeah.
In the BDO.
Yeah.
So you would travel all the way through the UK
65.
and Europe, all for a knockout game of best of 5 legs.
Yeah, and in a way that's good as well, because there's so much pressure on those legs. You learn to deal with pressure as well, and group stages are nice to watch and it's good, but knockout is better for your career in the beginning.
Maybe that's one of the reasons why these players do find another level when we get to the semi-finals on Saturday nights.
161.
Danny Van Tripe did.
Yeah.
Oh, that 82. Is a poor dart from John. He will despise that shot. He's thinking about leaving 24, 64 at worst.
Yeah, now 79 is a horrible finish. You cannot go to a good double. Adam
130.
Punishing him for that, so the 79
John
needs to go.
requires 79.
Best case scenario, he's going to have double 11. He'd like his worst case scenario to be 1 dart at tops with a blocker. That's why he's moving. Has to go.
59.
And because it doesn't, he may be bageled
Adam
again.
Adam requires 32.
Adam, 3 from 5 on the doubles. And the Joker is very much not in a good mood. Another brilliant performance from Gavlas, who is within 2 wins of a guaranteed Champions Night invitation. 6 points sees him top of the table now by 4 points. He's turned up, and everybody is going to have to take notice of what this young man is doing here tonight. Another 4-0 defeat for John O'Shea sees him in the basement in huge trouble after 6 games in Group B.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series live on Pluto TV, where Series 11 may be coming to an end this Saturday, but there is plenty of wonderful stuff coming up in the remainder of 2025. Monday morning sees the Rising Stars week get underway before the return of international pairs the week after. On the finals night of that will be preceded by an exclusive live audience with Phil Taylor and Adrian Lewis. And Lewis will also be in action in the Influencer Darts Showdown Sunday, the 31st of August. We're also once again holding the finals of the ADC and WADC Winmore Championship Tours. One in October, one in November. Series 12 Champions Week, late November. International Darts Schools League Finals. ADC Global Championship, £60,000 to the winner. And the year ends with another double trouble week here at the Live Lounge. Tickets for all of those available via dartshop.tv, and you can watch them all live and free on Pluto TV. And you're about to watch live and free a match between, well, you have to say it, a below par Derek Coulson and an above par Jurgen Vandervelde.
Yeah, the eye would be very easily drawn, wouldn't it, to Adam Gavlas on the fact that he's won all 3 games. 2 of them have been to nil. But Vandervelde, unbelievable in regards to the actual numbers, the statistics that he's put forward so far. 106.35 in his opening game, and he backed that up with an average of 104.07. He is a very, very dangerous player tonight.
Derek to throw first.
Yep, superb consistency from the youngster. Derek Coulson has been the man they've called consistent, but he hasn't been at his brilliant best this evening. Won one of his 2 matches, 4-2 against John O'Shea. Lost the other 4-3 to Adam Gavlas from a winning position as well. He started that with a 180. He's done it again here.
Well, one thing we have learnt from Derek Coulson this week is that his performance isn't on a continuous line. When we look at Tuesday, he only picked up the 1 victory and wasn't quite to the levels you expect. Wednesday comes back and there he is again, back to being this version of Derek Coulson.
And this could be back-to-back maximums. Is back-to-back 180s. And the prospect of a Champions Week 9 darter is on.
We've been teased a few times.
140. Derek requires
7.
141.
We've had 8.
We've got 7. And that's all we're getting. Derek Coulson can finally breathe out.
I think Vandervelde's more interested in it than Derek Coulson is.
81.
Good respect. Well, I say respect, he was laughing in his face.
180.
3 maximums
Derek
in the opening
60.
leg of the match.
$20. Jurgen requires 41.
His average went down 32 points in that visit. Vandervelde looking to win a brilliant opening leg, but it's a
9.
doubles.
Derek
They get the legs
requires
landed
40.
and both players have missed a brace of those.
Game shot on the first leg.
That could have been the most ironic
Derek
leg in the
Coulson.
world, really, couldn't it? Derek Coulson with the throw, back-to-back 180s. Could have ended up losing the
Second
leg there if
leg,
Vandervelde could
Jurgen
have hit
to
that
throw
double.
first.
2 darts missed.
Game on.
And that's the big story there, really. The 9 darter could have been, but the real
58.
takeaway is Vandervelde missing 2 darts to break Derek Coulson.
Well, if at first you don't succeed... Switch, Derek. Please switch, Derek.
140.
He did that earlier as well, didn't he? When it looked like the dart was a bit of a pest to him. Just persisted in trying to find that treble 20.
180.
Vandervelde is persistently finding treble 20s tonight. Hasn't had a single visit in this game so far, where he's only hit 1. 2 140s, 2 180s.
100.
Just to remind you, the odds compilers had this guy as the biggest outsider, the long shot to win the group.
125.
Another 2 treble turn for JVDV.
$140. Jurgen required 138.
Brilliant scoring from the pair of them both on checkouts after 9.
58.
Just pushed down on the dart there, didn't he? Just before the release. Something that we've not seen before.
Treble 17 would have left the bullseye. Instead, Vandervelde will return
97.
looking for 80. He missed 2 darts in the first leg.
80.
He's only getting 1 in the second.
40. Derek requires 24. Game shot on the second leg. Derek Coulson.
This is top class Coulson. This 14 to hold, 13 to break.
Third
but
leg. Derek
has
to
survived
throw
missed
first.
darts at double in both of those
Game
legs.
on.
I'm also just thinking how Vandervelde must be feeling here, because he lost 4-0 earlier to Adam Gavlas, averaging
60.
106, and he's 2-0 down, averaging 103.
$58.
Final game for him will be against John O'Shea, who's going to feel like he's going to need to win because everyone else is making progress tonight.
60.
Struggled, hasn't he, John O'Shea, this evening? Vandervelde, on the balance of things, looks a very good prospect in that head-to-head clash.
96.
Before that, Gavlas v Smith. Gavlas looking to sweep everybody aside, win all 4 of his fixtures. Jeff Smith has 2 games left to play. The final one being against this man.
78. $100.
May start down here, Coulson. The sensible play. Can go back upstairs now if he wants to. Couple of power trebles there would have got him down to a finish.
57.
But he could have got broken in the opening leg. Vandervelde missing a couple of darts on that occasion. And he's looking a little bit vulnerable here, but for the first time, no real cash in there on the big trebles.
Also, potentially, some recent bad memories. He did put himself in a position to lead 3-0 against Adam Gavlas. Missed a couple of darts to do so and ended up losing that match 4-3.
58. Jurgen requires 170.
And sometimes when you have a great start like the pair have here, it can be a dangerous thing, because all you're ever going to notice is the fact that the performance is inevitably going to decline.
$140. Jurgen requires 36.
So to get the break, to finally get a leg, to go with the performance. But the doubles are deserting the Dutchman. That's now half a dozen missed.
Derek requires 48. Game shot.
Coulson clinches
it. Derek Coulson.
Vandervelde
Fourth leg.
will be kicking
Jurgen to throw
himself.
first. Game on.
He's had opportunities in every leg in this match, but that was the clearest.
100.
Pacing, isn't he, in the background there,
60.
Vandervelde? And just struggling to settle at the moment, just wants to get on with it, wants to try and put this right. He's playing the darts, though, that could see this game turn around if Derek Coulson is not careful. Because he's getting opportunities and he's getting chances. If he starts to take those, we've seen these games turn very, very quickly in this short format.
96.
He's holding himself together well, as he did, to be fair, in that opening
60.
4-0 defeat to Gavlas. The performance level is staying there. If you can't go out in one dart, if you can't go out in two, if you can't go out in three, just make sure you get more in the next leg, and that's what it looks like Vandervelde is going to do here.
Jurgen requires 161. $105.
Smart thinking to give himself 2 darts at double when he returns.
100. Jurgen requires 56.
Well, I was just about to say, I'd like this to go with no drama and it to go clean, but drama before he even gets to the double.
40.
Well, that's been the part that has plagued him.
Derek requires 145.
And Coulson can bring an end to proceedings here. Treble 15. Leaves double top.
125.
Not quite, but what an effort.
Jurgen requires 16.
And taking it to the last dart there would have had Vandervelde's heart in his mouth, which is why he's just stalled his delay to the yockey very slightly there. That is tricky. Might have to be left and high, you feel, here.
Well, the irony would be this one going in, wouldn't it? Because of all the 10 double attempts he's had in this match, this is, by a long way, the most difficult.
Well, he's done the right thing here, left and high.
No score.
Remarkable game,
Derek
this.
requires 20.
10 darts missed at the outer ring. And it's double 10 for Derek Coulson.
Game.
And
shot.
Jurgen Vandervelde
And the match. Derek
has
Coulson.
just lost a match 4-0 that he could quite easily have won 4-0. Coulson claims every leg and the all-important points, and despite a really high level, that's the second whitewash defeat of the night for the young Dutchman, who will return in a couple of games' time to take on John O'Shea. Coulson will be back in the final game of the evening, but next it's Adam Gavlas against Jeff Smith.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy. So receive the trophy. £25,000.
The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Vandervelde. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Vandervelde. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
The moment we've all been waiting for. could you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor!
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Luke Littler!
Welcome back to the live lounge here in Portsmouth, the home of the Modus Super Series live on Pluto TV. And now Adam Gavlas, well, once again he's back in double quick time because the game that has followed his 4-0 victory has been a 4-0 victory for somebody else. Gavlas beating O'Shea by that margin, then Derek Coulson getting the better of Jurjen Vandervelde in 4 consecutive legs. Didn't tell the whole story. Vandervelde had darts to win every single one of those legs, missing 10 darts at double throughout that match. But as for Adam Gavlas, he is looking to end his evening here with a perfect record. 3 wins from 3 so far. Jeff Smith still has 2 games to play and could yet end up with the same record as Gavlas if he can beat him and deny him going through the card. 6 points may await the Canadian, so it's a pretty big game.
100.
Gavlas has been exceptional though tonight, hasn't he? He's been fantastic in his play. When you look at the way he's won as well, he's very impressive. He's had those 2 4-0 victories where he's just blown his opponent off the board. But he's also had that victory as well from Derek Coulson where he's 2-0 down, survived an opportunity where he could have gone 3-0 down, ended up winning 4-3. So he's really tried, tested and battle hardened this week.
93.
Yeah, it's been an excellent watch this evening.
140.
Jeff Smith himself, though, was brilliant when he beat John O'Shea 4-0 earlier on. Since has gone down 4-2 to Vandervelde. The table's really going to take shape in the next 3 matches. We're going to know a lot. It could see John O'Shea cut adrift into an almost unsavable position.
81.
It could see him actually tied for 3rd place at the end of the night.
You feel Jeff Smith
100.
is going to have to have everything that we said at the start of the night, and that's that combination finishing, because Adam Gavlas has not really been giving out too many opportunities this evening. Not only has his scoring been brilliant, but his doubles have been world class. Tonight, it has taken him just 18 darts at a double to convert 12.
180.
If my terrible maths are correct, that makes it about 66%.
Let's see if he can continue that trend.
Adam requires 47.
Maximum hitting has been there as well for Gavlas. Setting up these opportunities. Buying himself time. He hasn't needed the time. And he doesn't need it this time.
On the first leg. Adam Gavlas.
Just continues, doesn't he? Continues to impress. 13 from 19
Second
on the doubles.
leg, Jeff to throw
Can't
first.
recall
Game
ever
on.
seeing numbers like that for a campaign.
Look at him, he's just in the zone, isn't he? Eyes
100.
closed at the back of the hockey, indulging in a spot of meditation or visualization. He visualized a maximum. Does the law of attraction work for Adam Gavlas?
125.
Turned out to be the law of deflection that ended that.
$58.
Well, you made the point when we watched him previously, Matthew, everything about him seems calculated. Not just the throw itself, but the whole routine.
I was just really trying to work it out there. The whole system. He's sort of like getting the dart gripped in the hand before he throws the first one. Little tap of the yoke.
140.
And then there's this bit where he walks back and he walks at speed, but when he goes to walk behind, he slows down towards the back end of it and just takes lots of mini steps. Again, just to fill time.
100.
That physical activity will stop the brain from engaging and planning.
He won't look at the dartboard until the opponent's out of his way as well. He's looking down until Jeff Smith's out of his peripheral vision.
This is a guy who's seeped external help. He's been working, you can
100.
tell, with various different types of coaches in different systems, and certainly you can see a lot of sports psychology here.
145. Adam requires 136.
Well, you can understand the move to the 25 there. 2 darter. May not even matter. Would have fancied that the way he's been following
Jeff
darts
requires
magnetically
98.
into that target.
Game on the second leg.
Brilliant dart from
Jeff
Jeff Smith
Smith
in a game where he's really having to weather a storm.
Third leg, Adam to throw first.
A couple of great darts really there
Game
from
on.
Smith, because he used that 25 to leave the 98 that gave him the possibility of having 2 darts at a double. Got the 2 darts at a double and then hit it.
And sometimes you just got to do what Jeff Smith's done there. Just sort of feel like you're clinging on. Don't let Gavlas open up that gap, because inevitably the performance has to drop. You're not going to run at this 111, 112 like he was coming into this leg for the entirety of the game. Something's going to give at some point. You're going to get your chance. You don't want to be chasing when that chance comes. You want to be able to pounce and have an impact on the game.
48.
Sometimes it forces your opponent to start getting a little bit wayward. You hit something with everything you've got, and they just stand there and take it, can cause a bit of panic.
Smith is making moves against a throw here. Back-to-back 140s.
58.
Put him in pole position in leg 3.
$60. $100. Jeff requires 161.
6 darts from here. I was
82.
Semi-surprised that he was even tempted to move down the board for the treble 17 there, with Gavlas not on a checkout.
There's something we haven't said too often this evening. Gavlas left behind, and left behind on his throw. This is a chance here for Jeff Smith to get a break.
100. Jeff requires 79.
Just over the top.
Adam requires 110.
But Gavlas on a ton topper. $91 remaining. Treble 17 would leave tops. Gets a dart at it. The same target that Smith has just missed is the one that Adam Gavlas hits.
Adam Gavlas.
He's had a few big finishes tonight. The
Fourth
104, the
leg, Jeff to
120, and
throw
now the
first.
110.
Game
but
on.
it seems like he's taking them out when he really needs them, just to keep the level of control on the game. Because he was really up against it there.
85.
Yeah, he'd lost control, hadn't he, of that leg, and managed to salvage it.
$140. 81. 95. 65.
Again, thinking ahead there. Jeff Smith leaving himself 270 by landing that 25. So one treble will leave a finish when he returns.
I wonder how much the intelligence that Jeff Smith plays the game with as well comes from the game of cricket, which is a very tactical game, isn't it? Where we sort of use the big power scoring segments from 20 round to 15, the 25 on the ball, of which I am very reliably
100.
informed Jeff Smith is one of the world's greatest players at that form of darts.
Well, he's left that 170 through that thought that he puts into this sport.
57.
May not
Jeff
need to take it out. It looks like 2 visits from here. And he'll use them if he can.
134. Adam
The
requires
110 was
150.
150 would be something else.
$98. Jeff requires 36.
Well, Gavlas has only missed 6 darts at a double all night, so
Game
Jeff
shot on the
Smith fair
fourth
warned
leg.
and
Jeff
will not
Smith.
pass up any opportunity that's presented to him here. Good game on our hands.
Yep, really is.
Fifth leg. Adam to throw first.
And again, I remind
Game
you
on.
of the situation in the table. Adam Gavlas looking to complete a perfect night. He'd be on 8 points. He'd be a win away. May already be through in most Group Bs on that number. But defeat,
60.
and Jeff Smith has another game. He could actually be level. He could be top of the table come the end of the evening.
$100.
One thing we expected in regards to the table come the end of the night was everything to be really tight and congested, but it might be tight and congested, but amongst 4 players rather than 5. John O'Shea in big trouble. Have sort of been detached here and kind of out of the race on night 1.
Having said that, if he can get the better of Jurgen Vandervelde in his final game, he'd be on 2 points with him. If Gavlas can win this and Coulson can also beat Smith, he's got away with it, hasn't he? Level third in a group where 3 go through.
131.
Don't let the 2 points between him and Jurgen Vandervelde fool you. Vandervelde has been brilliant tonight.
140.
Once again, Smith finds himself on 270.
60.
This time can't
Adam
leave
requires 167.
the finish. So Gavlas on course to get back ahead.
$45. $60. Adam requires 122.
You sort of just have a feel of expectancy when Adam Gavlas is coming up for a checkout tonight. Just need to find the treble 18 to get a poke at the ball.
So now Jeff Smith starts to work out his route. 150 points.
54.
To break the throw.
Jeff requires
take control
150.
of this tie.
$134. Adam
the first
requires
start, he's done as well as he
68.
could. It will just be one at double. He's only needed one at double. In every other leg he's won.
28.
But this time, he opens the
Jeff
door for
requires
Jeff Smith.
16.
Possibly the worst time for him as well.
Game shot on the fifth
If you
leg.
get broken earlier on in the
Jeff
game,
Smith.
you've got a little bit of time to recover and get yourself back into it. However, he's only got the one leg and the one chance
Sixth
here.
leg. Jeff to throw first. Game on.
And a win for Smith here just kind of has echoes of Group C this afternoon, doesn't it? When Andy Hamilton had won all of his matches, then lost his last. And just goes into
140.
Friday that little bit more precarious.
You know there's work still to be done regardless of what happens on night one, even if you win all of your games. But at least you feel a little bit
140.
detached. At least you feel like you've got a little bit of wiggle room. If you do lose your last game, let's say with Andy Hamilton, the same thing. If he loses his opening game tomorrow, could easily go out with the top 2. And that's just after one round.
Possible that we might have the same scenario, 2 points separating the top 4 in this group. Exactly what we've got in Group C. Don't forget to join us for the conclusion of both groups. We'll find out the final 5 Champions Night participants on Friday. 1 p.m. for Group C, 10 p.m. for Group B.
When Gavlas got broke, he really needed a bit of quality and a bit of class. Back-to-back 140s here have given him a chance to get first down to a finish, and he will be.
96.
Spectacular finish in prospect to stay in this game, to keep alive his hopes of 4 straight wins tonight.
64. Adam requires 125.
Doesn't feel like Jeff Smith shaved enough off there to cause too much of a threat here to Gavlas at the moment. He's had 3 tumpless checkouts and he tends to take them when he needs them.
105.
Well, this is now
Jeff
one that Jeff
requires
Smith needs
141.
to avoid going to a decider in which Gavlas would have the darts. Not happening.
139.
Okay, you
Adam
do you, Jeff.
requires 20.
Is it a ploy? Is he trying to break the focus, the steely focus of Adam Gavlas? And if it was,
10.
has it just worked?
Jeff requires 2.
139 setup to leave double 1.
No score. Adam requires 10.
Well, 3 match darts. You feel he's probably going to have to go the long way about it now. Or maybe. Same target for Gavlas, double 1.
No score.
A bit of a scruffy end to this
Jeff
encounter.
requires 2.
Is it the end of the encounter? You left it, Jeff.
Game.
And he hits
shot.
it.
And the match, Jeff
To
Smith.
silence the noise from Adam Gavlas, who'd won all of his prior 3 matches. But Smith could win 3 himself tonight. That's 2 from 3. He's got 1 left to play against Derek Coulson. Nobody will be unbeaten in Group B at the end of the first night's play. Gavlas signs off with 3 from 4. Coming next, Vandervelde takes on John O'Shea.
Charlie McGuire, 164. 44. 32. Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts, but he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
required
jockey with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think he's
require
gone to
180.
bust it, maybe. The first title he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire
required
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Get
Couldn't get the job
it.
done.
Got in the match. And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife.
Welcome back to the live lounge as we go into Friday morning. This is going to be the day that sees us throw out some invitations for Saturday night. And if John O'Shea wants to get his name on one of those invitations, he's got to get moving on Friday. As for our previous game, the man known as Flawless has had a very good night. Not flawless, though. 3 wins from 4 for Adam from Czechia. He will be somewhat pleased with the way he's played this evening. But Jeff Smith, who has been
First
the only
leg,
player to take him out
to
tonight,
first. Game
he's
on.
now got the possibility of 3 wins himself if he beats Derek Coulson in the final game of the evening. But before we get there, we're going to see where Vandervelde finishes.
93.
and to see whether John O'Shea does get off the mark.
134.
Both players don't have the best of times tonight. I think Jurjen is playing really well, but doesn't get the results. And John O'Shea is not playing well.
81.
So he needs to improve massively if he wants to beat Vandervelde.
Absolutely. Can't be denied. And I suppose
140.
when you look at what John has done tonight, he will not be happy with his numbers, and I'm sure we can estimate that he's not happy with how he's feeling. So that's probably why he's put a different point in his darts.
Yeah, you can see it as look a little bit longer. Yeah, he changed it. I mean, fair on him. I mean,
100.
He recognized that it doesn't work for him, and he needed to change something because he was nowhere near his normal form.
And we all know that John is nicknamed the Joker, so he doesn't mind
127.
us referencing a fictional character. And obviously with longer points now, he believes that his previous points weren't telling enough lies.
40. Jurjen requires 150.
I've seen some really good ton plus checkouts tonight, especially towards the start of play, particularly from Adam Gavlas.
90.
Yeah, he has been
John
the man
requires
of the night
87
so far, but a little bit scrappy at the last match, so he lost one.
82. Yeah,
I think the big problem for John there is that he was actually walking when he threw that third dart.
He tries to speed up his game so he doesn't think too much about
Game shot
his
on the
throw and
first leg.
everything.
Jurjen Vandervelde.
Jurjen he's really happy with himself.
Second leg, John to throw first.
What more is there to
Game
say
on.
about that? It was a 60 checkout. It was perfect. He gives it the full Matt Campbell ironic thumbs up.
But that means he's still busy with his last match, and that should be done and dusted. And that's something he needs to learn.
43.
He's a young kid, so he can learn about it. But he has to. The last match, I know he missed a lot of doubles, but this is a new match. If he wins this one, he's still in the race. He's not out. So
93.
Why do you do that? I understand why he does that, because I think loads of players think the same thing. But he needs to learn to put that aside.
140.
There's been another change in the arsenal of John O'Shea. He's starting to roll that right sleeve up as well. Vandervelde really has been playing some good stuff tonight.
Yeah, scoring has been phenomenal.
85.
You can sense a little bit of defiance in the air from O'Shea, but you just wonder if he's getting Jurjen at the wrong time.
64.
I don't know if is O'Shea playing with the same darts, only different points.
It could be a different barrel.
133.
I don't know about you, Vincent, but if you're coming into a Champions Week, surely you're going to know exactly what's going to be used. Especially when you've had 8 weeks
John
to prepare.
requires 100.
Definitely. Well, you would think like that, but we've seen with the pros as well how many times they change. I mean, you see Raymond van Barneveld changing 4 or 5 times in a match at the match play. You know, you have to be ready for. Peter Wright
requires
just
104.
so many times starting the match with the wrong setup. So even the best professionals are doing it sometimes.
72.
Yeah, fair point.
John
I suppose what they
requires
say is
61.
don't change your winning formula. Well, John hasn't won tonight, so changing is probably the right thing to do.
Yeah, it is a matter of where you look at it. Do you think it's you or it's your equipment? It's much easier to blame your equipment than yourself, of course.
Yeah,
what does Michael Van Gerwen always say? He always takes the blame, and then he moves on.
That's a very big quality of Michael. He can handle
Game charting the second
sometimes
leg.
the
Jurjen
defeats very
Vandervelde.
good. On that moment, he's devastated, but he gets on and he knows,
Third
okay,
leg,
that was
Jurjen
done
to throw
next
first.
tournament.
Game
and that's
on.
what the best of the best do.
This is a really good composed performance all of a sudden from Jurjen. He looks ready to put another 2 points on that total of his. If he gets to 4,
100.
he's looking at 3rd position potentially overnight, which is good enough.
And he knows he played well and didn't get a result, so we all get that. But,
93.
But still, he will be feeling, okay, if I can continue this form, I will qualify for the finals.
One thing that's definitely not helping John right now is the fact that he's lost 13 legs on the spin.
180.
That is definitely not helping, though.
That wouldn't help anyone. Well, what does Jurjen do here? If he'd found that second treble 20, he was going to go bullseye with the last start.
140.
Yeah, 100% to leave a finish. He's a very clever player.
I think John wants us to keep this camera angle.
140.
Ever since we went to that one, he's scored 5 treble 20s.
Yeah, but John is playing well now. Eh? He's not getting the legs in, but he's scoring okay now. His
John
average is around
requires
100.
81.
And yet, Vandervelde is snapping at his heels, forcing O'Shea to hit double 13.
68.
It might be 14 legs lost in a row.
Jurjen requires 40.
Double 10. It's
20.
not pinpoint this time.
John requires 13.
13 points to break a 13-leg losing streak.
Five.
You've got to feel for John. He'll be writhing
Jurjen
inside.
requires 20.
He will not be a happy bunny on that stage.
And that's the difficult thing about group stages. Eh? You can lose so many matches. Your confidence can be all gone after one session.
10.
He's got another chance. This is more of what we saw from Jurjen
John
in his previous match. He had 10 darts at a double and didn't hit one. And he's got
No
double
score.
13 way too late. Could have had it for a 12 darter. He's just hit it to finish his 6th
Jurjen
visit.
requires 10.
This leg is a reminder that darts is hard. That is a shot that makes it look easy. 3-0 Vandervelde, and he might be opening the Super Series Champions Week coffin for John O'Shea.
First. Game on.
You can see why darts is so hard. Everything is in his head. He's playing well, but he's still beating himself up because he doesn't get a result.
57.
Instead of there thinking, I'm playing well, the results will come if I play like that all night. He's getting sarcastic and he's beating himself up. He's 3-0 up, so he should not be negative at all.
57.
Do you see any comparisons between young Vandervelde and Danny Noppert? Do they play in any sort of similar way? Because
100.
I'm starting to see that same sort of laser-like focus when he's really switched on.
Yeah, but the difference is that Danny Noppert is a very good finisher. Maybe he's not the scoring beast like other players, but when he's got a chance and he's in the game, he doesn't miss. And his last dart, that is his weapon. All the time,
40.
the last dart, one dart for the double, and then he hits it. And that's something that Jurjen needs to learn more. He needs to be more cool. But aside from emotion and everything, they're the same.
Well, funnily enough, in the previous visit for John, his 3rd dart went to the carpet because he maintained a line down the 20 segment when he should have moved. What did Vandervelde do in the next visit? he switched on dart 3. And John's just done exactly that to leave a finish.
41.
Maybe he should have
John
done it a little bit sooner.
170.
Now, we're supposed to be sitting on the fence here, but it's not nice to see a former world master suffering like
25.
No, it's never nice to see, of course, but yeah, these things happen, and now it's how do you handle this? How do you go from this point? Try to go leg by leg. You
100.
Just get one dart in the double.
John requires 145.
And maybe you can turn the match around.
We've had 4 4-0 scorelines. If Vandervelde finds 145, we will guarantee at least half of the games tonight
45
will have been bagels.
Yayan requires 145.
If that's the case, we haven't seen this many bagels since Man vs. Food
30.
was cancelled.
John requires 100.
He didn't even get to a 2-darter. John has.
Game
Hallelujah. The
leg.
Joker is back,
John
winning
O'Shea.
legs.
Fifth leg, Yayan to throw first. You have to stop giving those handshakes after just the finish. You have to stop that. I know it's very sportsmanlike, but I hate it.
I think I remember doing it twice in my entire career. One was when Gary Anderson hit a 170 against me in my TV debut, and I knew nothing back then. And the other time
60.
was when I hit a 170 against Kim Huybrechts. He started the next leg with a 180, and I thought, oh, okay, it's going to be like that then. And I gave him a fist bump. Nobody else got one.
Fair enough.
42.
Only 2, that's all right.
2 in 10 years.
Yeah, that's okay. No, but I've never seen in football that somebody scored a goal and you go to your opponent and say, oh, well, that was a great goal.
140.
You never see anybody do that.
I'm a follower of Newcastle United, and when they were playing Nottingham Forest last year, one of the Forest players was sent off, and Jacob Murphy started waving him off the field. That's the kind of person we need in this sport. Not that I'm a supporter of waving people off the playing surface, of course.
No, that's only
92.
Oh, this is a really nice burst from Yayan.
140.
He's going to get a match-winning chance now.
And he must think, after this match, if he wins this one, he lost with his best performance and he win with his worst
59.
performance. So that makes him a little bit confused.
82.
Yeah, if he hits this, he's probably going to have an 82 average. Double top.
42.
In every likelihood, he
John
will
requires
return.
150.
And that he will.
77.
The longer points for
Yayan
John O'Shea in this
requires
game
40.
gave him a leg, but
Game,
it did not give him the
shot,
result he needed.
and the match.
It's 4 games and 4 defeats for the Joker tonight. He's got a mountain to climb on Friday night. And in every likelihood, he might have left himself with too much to do. But Yayan Vandervelde, he really has been in a roller coaster this evening. He'll finish with 4 points, and he will be in the mix. That's for sure. We've only got one more game to go in Group B for tonight. Jeff Smith will be looking to take out Derek Coulson in our final match after the break. Interesting times ahead. And as we get to the end of our double session on Thursday and into Friday morning, this is how it stands. We have 3 players on 4 points, but John O'Shea sits on the bottom of the table with 0 points and a very negative leg difference. As for Jurgen Vandervelde, he has finished his quarter of games and he sits on 4. Adam Gavlas has finished his 4 games. He's got 6. However, we could have a new leader at the end of our last game because Coulson and Smith will do battle now to see who will have 3 wins from 4 for their night. It could be game of the night, but if they're about to catch fire, they've got some acts to follow considering what we've already seen over the last 9 games. Plenty of domination, a few mystifying games as well, but based on reputation and what these guys have played at times tonight, this one could be the best of the bunch.
Yeah, very good game. Good. Both of them have already won a couple of games, so
First leg,
you know you're going to be
Jeff to
top
throw
of the
first.
table and need to
Game on.
equal with Adam Gavlas, the winner, and make a massive step forwards to the finals night.
140.
Some interesting numbers just coming in from the first 9 games. Gavlas for the night, 96.44.
Yeah, impressive.
51.8% on the doubles.
Yeah, he messed that up a little bit in the end because he was much higher before that.
Yeah, Coulson, who has been a bit up and down tonight, 86.84. Jeff Smith, 93.61. But Derek, only 31% on the doubles. Jeff, 38%. Maybe they're slightly meeting in the middle a little bit by playing the last game of what's been a very long night for them. And they will be the first game of Friday night as well. I sneakily suspect that this game is perfect for Smith because he flew in on Wednesday morning. If he's got any sort of jet lag, he doesn't really get much of it because he's so used to travelling transatlantic flights now.
140.
But on British time, it is 1 o'clock in the morning. Canadian time, it's 8 o'clock at night.
So then he must be feeling perfect now.
105.
Exactly.
Derek requires 121.
As for the time difference between Market Drayton and Portsmouth, both are 1 o'clock in the morning.
$81. Jeff requires
61 left. He goes with a 25. Oh, it's a bullseye. How many times do you see that? 1 dot for double 4.
Game shot in the
good
first
finish.
leg. Jeff Smith.
Earlier tonight, he left to 18 and he went 10 double 4. Hit it immediately. And that gave him good memories of when he beat Danny Ayres in the final in week 1 because that's exactly what he did. 10 double 4. And I'm starting to see a pattern here that maybe double 4 could be his best friend this week.
140.
He is someone who has a bit of a love affair with double 18, but that hasn't been massively cooperative tonight.
131.
I think no one likes double 18 this whole week.
Not at all.
Not been a big friend of anybody.
One thing Jeff always does is he uses the treble 17 as a switch. He fully believes that that should be your primary switch. Because the single 17 and the treble 17 both leave numbers where you can stay straight thereafter.
Yeah, it's true. That's always a theory. I think Phil Taylor and Michael Van Gogh proved that treble 19 can work as well.
That's very true.
100.
There's an old saying in the English language, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
121.
But you have to do what you believe in and stick by it and don't change it all the time then because somebody else does it different. If you believe in that treble 17 is your number, then you have to do it.
Derek does not covet the bull.
Jeff requires 149.
This is a really tough ask. He's going to start downstairs with success. But that one That one is way over the bar.
97.
In
Derek
hockey terms,
requires
that's a high
25.
tackle. And he might just be penalised in leg 2. Beautiful
Game
check
on
out
the
from
second
Coulson.
leg. Derek Coulson.
At times this week, he's looked a bit uncomfortable on the stage, but at 1 o'clock in the morning,
Third
he
leg.
looks fine.
Jeff to throw
Yeah,
first.
they both look very confident.
Game on.
They know how important this match is, and they're giving each other everything they have.
58.
You were making a few comments a little bit earlier on, Vincent, about Jeff's shirt, that it looked a little bit different.
Yeah.
You have to pay quite close attention to the symbol
36.
on his shirt. Someone in a hoodie saying shush.
Yeah, now I see it. Yeah. I couldn't figure out what it was.
If you look at it from a distance, it looks like a
59.
seashell or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows a thing or two about dart shirts. He is part and parcel of a shirt company that do a great deal of apparel.
100.
And his wife Rachel has actually done a lot of designing for that company.
So she probably designed this one as well.
I would be very surprised if she didn't.
94.
She's probably the most nervous person watching this one, hoping that Jeff can get over the line this week.
Sometimes you have to feel sorry for the partners. Eh? It's so nerve-wracking to see your husband
93.
or your wife or anything. You see them play. That is so nerve-wracking.
Well, I think the one thing that proves that more than anything else, anybody who's watched darts over the last 10 years knows that Christoph Ratajski is about as ice cool as they come. But when he was watching his wife Carolina play at Lakeside, he was like a frog in a sock.
Yeah, it's so different. When you watch somebody, you want them to win. You got no control, so it makes you so nervous to watch a match. Than
Jeff
when you
requires
play yourself.
150.
Big ask once again. Where does he go now?
Oh,
Interesting.
81.
nervous dart.
Derek
He was
requires
pulling it.
92.
He felt he didn't have enough room in the 60 to stay there. And Coulson went for tops on
60.
72.
Jeff requires 69.
All bets are off here.
Yeah, 1 o'clock at night, people do weird things.
Like treble 11, double 18.
And
Game
hits it.
shot on the third leg.
He wanted to prove us
Jeff
that double
Smith.
18 is his friend.
Fourth leg. Derek to throw first.
Yeah, you don't see that
Game
every day.
on.
That is some top-class Canadian darts right there. From one of Canada's best ever players.
100.
And they've had a few.
Yeah, oh yeah, over the years there have been really good Canadian players.
Even before John Part, they had
97.
Bobson Eve.
Bobson Eve, yeah.
What a player.
Also really slow, but a very good player.
Have you ever met Bob?
I don't think so. That I played
Lovely
with
man.
him.
Lovely, lovely man.
140.
I probably played in a couple of tournaments with him, but I've never spoke to him.
Yeah, Bob's wife's a lovely lady as well.
92.
Very confident lady.
Okay.
She definitely pulls the strings.
Yeah, that's more top players have that. In the Wright family, that's the same thing happens there.
105.
Well, add 40 to 105 and you get what Smith wants right here, and he's not going to find it.
80. Derek requires 156.
Only on one occasion tonight has the game gone the distance, and that involved Coulson against Gavlas.
$100.
This looks like a comfortable leg for now, but that could change swiftly.
87.
Just moving a little bit on that third
Derek
dart. You just got to
requires
stay in
56.
position as you throw it. Don't let that left leg come through, and don't lean that body. Well, That wasn't meant to be. But he wins the leg
Game
anyway.
on the fourth leg. Derek
You
Coulson.
feel that Smith is a little bit forcing it. He's playing quicker than normal. He doesn't have
Fifth
the control
leg,
over his
Jeff
dart
to
like he
throw
used
first.
to. But he's
Game
still
on.
averaging almost 97, so he's not playing bad.
We did say that this could be the best game of the night.
140.
The stats aren't bad.
No, but to beat the Gavlas Vandervelde match is going to be really difficult.
Yeah, as far as performance is concerned, Gavlas was absolutely white hot in that one.
If you want to pin a dart in the board, that's where you want to have it, the first dart. You can see how easy it then is for a player like him.
Jeff's been talking a really good game the last 24 hours. He said that when he was winning Canadian Nationals, he was on another planet to the other players.
140.
And when he's been going to tournaments recently, he has been cleaning up. And he said his scoring is in a really good space right now. Based on some of the evidence of tonight, I'm going to have to believe him. He's playing much better than the week that he won.
45.
Yeah, more players have
Jeff
that. That's a good sign. So you turn up at the most important week and your form is there. That's always a good sign.
So's that. That's classic Jeff Smith.
Jeff Smith.
Get a shot, clean it up, move on. 3-2.
No fist bump,
Sixth
nothing.
flag,
I
Derek
like
to
it.
throw first. Game on.
That's why the Canadians are such cool people. They get on the ice, they fight, they get back up, they play, and then they shake hands at the
96.
end.
Like you should.
If
58.
Coulson walks away with 4 points, deep down, he might feel quite disappointed with the night.
As he should. I mean, he's playing almost 104 now.
96.
He's not winning. He lost a very close match against Adam Gavlas, so he should be disappointed then. Only this first match was a little bit scrappy, but after that he played well.
98.
The overall standard of the night has been the best group of the week. Take 2 matches out of there. The John O'Shea game against Coulson.
95.
John against Jurjen. The rest of them, absolutely brilliant. 90 plus and ton plus averages everywhere you look.
Yeah, really impressive.
140.
This is what you want to see in Champions Week. And Group B, yeah. We thought Group C was very good, but this is even better.
That's a lovely little slider over the top. He's got a chance to equalise. Smith is looking for 105 or more.
Has to go bull now. Oh.
83. Derek requires 114.
It's the second time he's gone for the bull in this match. And he's dragged it low by about half an inch. Ouch.
That's the worst place you could have hit it.
So Smith now gets a match-winning chance. And his best-case scenario changes.
54.
If he hits this
Jeff
shot,
requires 122.
he's going to be second in the table overnight. 57. Would have left tops.
57. Derek requires 60.
A lot of pressure on this 60. The way his darts is in the board, he's not in the way, so he's got an open bet now for tops. And hits
Game
it with
on
the
the
first dart.
sixth
Very good
flag.
shot.
Derek Coulson.
We weren't fibbing. This really has got game chemistry,
Seventh
this
flag,
one.
Jeff to throw first.
Smith with a 99 average.
Game on.
100% on the doubles. Coulson nearly 101. 60% on the doubles. This is a proper game.
And one leg
100.
will decide if you go home with a very good feeling, or do you think, oh, I left out something today.
I think the urgency helped Coulson on that 60 checkout because he hasn't got a stat screen in front of him, but he'll
96.
know that Smith hasn't missed a double. He'll be thinking, if I don't hit this, I'm going to lose.
Yeah, he will hit it. Yeah, of course.
60.
That was a nervy last leg. So important, this one.
Let's not forget as well, Smith has the darts in this fixture. When he plays Derek again later tonight at around 10 past 10, he will not have the throw. And if it goes the distance again,
98.
Coulson will throw first. That makes this probably more important for Jeff.
Yeah, definitely. He starts the last leg, so he should win. He should force himself to hit the 15 darter, but he's not scoring this leg at all.
That throw has been lost. And this is not good news for the man from New Brunswick. Coulson has to switch.
137.
Great thinking, and the execution was just as good.
Yeah, Jeff needs 2 trebles. Can't find one.
100.
Forces the last one in. That
Derek
could be a very important
170.
one. He hopes now that Coulson is not going to hit a treble and he can hit a tom 40 or something. But he have to rely on that Coulson is going to miss.
Does he really want to finish tonight with a layup?
138.
Yes, he does. It's the right thing to do.
Yes, it is.
Even in that spot, Smith was relying on Coulson not taking
46.
170 in 2 visits.
Derek
He might take it in
32.
4 darts to end the night on 6 points. Smith has got one last chance.
Jeff requires 150.
It would be the biggest finish of the night. Where's he going? It's not in. A little bit of Canadian humour there.
98.
I think he understands now
Derek
that
requires
he's done all
16.
he can. Coulson will probably not miss again.
Game.
There you have
shot.
it.
And the match.
Derek has had a very topsy-turvy night, but he wins the battle of the 2 veterans. And on this occasion, he's the one who goes to 6 points. But after the class that we've just seen from both of those guys, you do not want to miss the rematch at 10 past 10 tonight. Maybe the averages came down just a touch towards the end, but that really was a spectacular game to watch. And a great way to end Group B for the night. 3 out of 3 on the doubles for Smith was not enough. And after the break, we've got a bit more fat to chew about tonight's darts.
Well, we can chew that fat right now. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Vincent, because this is what has happened in the closing matches of the evening. Derek Coulson with that 4-0 win against Jurjen Vandervelde, and then closing out a hard-fought 4-3 win against Jeff Smith. Adam Gavlas failed to make it a perfect night when he lost to Smith. And John O'Shea, well, his misery was compounded with a 4-1 defeat against Vandervelde, meaning that O'Shea hasn't got off the mark in the Group B table. He's rooted to the bottom and has a mountain to climb on Friday night. Vandervelde and Smith on 4, Coulson and Gavlas on 6. And we'll start, Matt, with Adam Gavlas. He was excellent tonight. I'll probably be slightly disappointed not to have a perfect record to show for it.
It looked like it was heading that way, didn't it, for Gavlas? That's probably one of the best nights of darts I've ever seen from Adam Gavlas in a collective. Yes, we've seen him go up there and have big performances before. We've seen him have big performances on the Pro Tour. But to put a collection of results and performances the way he did tonight, he hit the ground running and really did keep up that levels. He looked dangerous. He looked in control. At no point did it ever feel like he was playing at the maximum of his potential, which is quite scary to think that there may be a little bit more in there.
Is he one of 2 players, along with Andy Hamilton, who wasn't being talked about much and has now emerged as a possible winner of this trophy?
Oh, absolutely. If he repeats that, not only is he going to go through this group, but absolutely he's going to have a chance of putting his name on that trophy. We know how successful he's been in the past. We know how far he's gone in this game, and we know that he's got the bottle and he's got the character and he's got all those personal attributes that are going to be needed to bring that performance out when it matters.
Jurgen Vandervelde's had a funny old night, and it started with that defeat to Gavlas, didn't it? 106 average. He didn't even get a leg, only got one double in that one, and it kind of set the standard for his night, because another 4-0 defeat later on to Derek Coulson, he actually could have won that match 4-0.
Do you know, I heard Vincent on commentary say something about Vandervelde, and I thought that's possibly the best description I've heard. And it came after a moment like a sportsmanship where he gave a fist bump or a handshake in the middle part of the game. And he says he's got to cut that bit out. And do you know what? From the moment he said that, I was watching and I thought, he's just too nice. And do you know, not just nice, but maybe a little soft in his approach as well, or his demeanour, where there's not like a fear factor at the moment of playing. He hasn't got that aura. It's like going up and playing one of your mates. And that's possibly why he's had great performances tonight, but they haven't transferred to results. And that's what he's got to work out, because there's people who have played worse than him, but had better results. And he's going to get left behind if he doesn't find that ruthless streak.
Quite fitting from that analysis then that he now has the record for the highest losing average, or 4-0 losing average at the Super Series, 106.35 in that game. Interesting, if you look at the winners of all those 4-0s with the highest losing averages, many of them have won the series. Scott Taylor, Jensen Walker, Raymond Smith and Marvin Van Velzen. So if Adam Gavlas believes in omens, that could be a good one for him. But I think that's right. It kind of sums up his night and his style. Derek Coulson, very different type of approach, and we saw it in that last match there.
Yeah, Derek Coulson is doing exactly what we expected him to do. He's exactly where I expected him in regards to his level of performance, a level of control. I don't think we learn anything more with Derek Coulson now. I think we just enjoy him. I think we just go up there and enjoy his games to see if anyone can go up there and beat him. And I think that's maybe where things have changed. When he first started coming here, he was sort of the hunter. Now he's the hunted. In the fact that we go, can this player beat Coulson, rather than is Coulson going to rival these? He's put himself to the very, very top, and I think if he was to do a top 5 players of Super Series in 2025, he's certainly in that top 5.
High praise. Jeff Smith, he's in the race as well. John O'Shea, is he out of it?
I think so. It's not the fact that he's lost all 4. We've seen people recover from that situation before. It's the legs difference that concerns me, because normally when people recover from this situation, they have a legs difference, and it comes to legs difference when they get over the line. If he's going to get anything in, he needs to win his first 2 games 4-0. He can't even afford to lose legs tomorrow. He's in big trouble.
As Paul mentioned, both groups finish tomorrow. Group C will conclude from 1 p.m. It gets underway again. We'll just remind you of the state of play in that. Hamilton and Van Scaife top, but just 4 points separating 4 players. Is it a race between those 4?
Yeah, absolutely. Scott Taylor didn't produce today. I don't see there's any chance of him getting back. Richard McKee was just overawed by the situation, and I don't think he's going to be able to turn that around, especially when you look at the 4 players above them in the table. We're not just talking about the points, we're also talking about the class. This isn't a regulation Group C, this is a Champions Week. And we've got 4 real big hitters there. Andy Hamilton, great performance from him, but he's got to replicate that, because that chasing pack doesn't take much and you can get swamped.
Yep, still all to play for tomorrow. Plenty coming up, though, between now and the live action resuming. In fact, straight after this broadcast, you can re-watch Week 6, the finals night in full, which was won by Adam Gavlas, who's had a fantastic night tonight as well. From 1 p.m, as I was saying, we will see Group C, and we'll find out if Andy Hamilton makes it through to Champions Night. This group will resume at 10 p.m. on Friday night as well. Gavlas looking to cross the line. And it is Champions Night, of course, on Saturday, 7:30 here on Pluto TV. You don't want to miss that, but there is still plenty to play for on what's sure to be a thrilling Friday.
So receiving the trophy.
Gains on the fourth line. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius?
Yes.
Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Lewandowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy. So receive the trophy. £25,000.
The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Vandervelde.
And one more time,
The 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Vandervelde. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor?
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is G.